In certain extreme situations, the law is inadequate. In order to shame its inadequacy, it is necessary to act outside the law, to pursue natural justice. This is not vengeance. Revenge is not a valid motive, it's an emotional response. No, not vengeance. Punishment.
Tonight we have a chance to say, yeah, you're right. We're too extreme, we're too wild, we're too out of control, we're too full of our own shit. Or we have a chance to say, hey, fuck you, you're wrong. Fuck you, we're right. Because you have all made it to the dance. Because believe me, this is the dance. Start the show.
Oh, everybody's all fired up already, and I'm not even ready to start the show. Oh boy, this 6 o'clock start. I like it. I like it. Hold on. I was outside all day today. I'm warming up my hands. I don't want you to see me warming up my little fingies. Hey, everybody. How's it going? It's Wednesday evening. It is what I hope to be the culmination of a ridiculously incredible week of evening shows. Holy shit. Thank you guys so much for your incredible generosity. You have facilitated this move to 6 o'clock. It seems like it's going okay so far. We probably only dropped by about 75 people or so at a time last night. Time to pick back up in the 7 o'clock hour. I was very happy with it. And you evening show people, I don't know if you've got it in for the morning crowd or what, but you have been smoking them in terms of, you really consider the monetary participation. Like, you consider, 300 to 400 to 800 to 900. You're two, maybe or one half, maybe one third the audience sometimes. And you're just, I don't think the goals lasted a half hour this week on the evening shows. I don't think we've made it to a half hour in with a goal. You guys are incredible. Now, the morning show audience is doing a fun thing too, though. The morning show audience is doing a thing the last 2 days where they get it down to a low number, and then they go like this, and they go, we're waiting. And they do. And then they get to the point where I'm like, guys, let's do it $1 or $2 at a time. That would be fun. And then they go, all right, fuck you. Here's the 30 or whatever. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. Why couldn't you do that before? And I have an audience full of I won't do what you tell me people. And I love them. I think it's great. We've been having a blast this week. I'm glad you guys are here. It's the 6 o'clock start. Just an unbelievable day for me, man. It's if you don't live in this fine state of Minnesota, it was 52 degrees today. And I went to the gym. I was boxing it up at the gym. My new warm-up is fucking insane. If I don't get in better shape doing my new warm-up before, throwing hands, I'm just eating like an absolute hyper pig. It's, the warm-up is 5 3-minute rounds of heavy bag work, and then you set it for a minute rests, and you plank. You do engaged planks during that 1 minute rest, and it's like a guy with no core like me, that's holy shit. And then you get into actually doing shit. Oh, boy, if I don't notice changes from that, then I've got to stop eating like a fucking garbage pit. There's no other way around it. I hate it when people go, I don't understand what it is. I'm going to the gym this many times, and I'm doing this, and I'm doing that. It's like, well, then you're lying because you're eating like a fucking pig. I know what my problem is. 100%. I eat garbage. You got to be honest with yourself. I will say this, for a workout, if you just sit around after the show drinking those Celsius, I mean, it's terrible for you. But, like, if you do something with that energy after the show's over, it helps a ton. It really does. A lot of stuff going on, though. So I went and I did the workout thing, and then my neighbor and I, my buddy, we went and rekindled not our romance. That's still on the back burner. The girls don't understand. They never do. My neighbor and I called him because I was driving by the cigar shop on the way back from the gym, and I'm like, it's 52. The sun is shining. It's been a long time. And I told him, I go, you want to go out? We had to sit in the front yard, not the back, because it's very windy in the back, but very sunny in the front. And I said, cigar and a drink? Cigar and a drink. And we talked about sports, talked about the Wolves, talked about the Vikings, his Buccaneers, the whole deal. Oh, great day. The only problem is as I said, I just don't really drink much anymore. I'm just a grown-up. And I had one drink and a cigar, and I was flying. And usually if you get that feeling, you feel very good. I'm just embarrassed at this point. Like I had a Macanudo Crystal and an old fashioned. And after that, I'm like, whoa, I'm hitting the roof. And while I was having fun and you're bullshitting and it's great, you're also like, you are, without a doubt, the world's most gigantic fucking pussy that's ever lived. Ever lived. There's no questioning it anymore. I'm out of practice is what it is. But it's just been, man, just a fun day, just a great time. Then I got my daughter's book bowl tomorrow. She was in math bowl last year. Now she's in book bowl this year. And I've had to teach her about being a better teammate because she's like, oh, the people on my team, they're not reading books and they're just not. I go, well, do you help them? Do you try and encourage them to read the books? And like, she's like, I'm reading so many books. And I'm like, do you encourage them? Do you lead, by example and kind of pull them with you? And like, no, they won't read. And I'm like, they're young. They're young yet. But, that's why I always say everybody at some point in their life should play sports. Everybody at some point in their life should do something competitive as a team because it teaches you a lot about leadership and getting along and not being a fucking asshole all the time. And not that she's being an asshole. She's frustrated that her team won't read their books, but it helps an awful lot. But I'm excited about tonight's show. Guys, 1:30 away. You're the absolute best. 1:30 away from a perfect week of evening shows. Thank you very much. Funeral director already getting us started over on YouTube. Do you guys want to keep track of YouTube, Rumble, and PayPal again tonight? You guys mentioned that yesterday. And, I hate when I get information from people during the show and I'm not supposed to talk. Motherfucker. I hate this because I can't tell you about it and I just got a message from someone and it's fucking great and I want to call everybody I know and I want to talk about it, but I can't. God damn it. There's a third radio party in play now, and that's all I can say. Thank you, Dave, for the message. Cunt fuck. God, I want to turn off the mic. I want to yell. I want to scream. I want to call some people. I know that if you fuckers push me just a little bit, I'm going to say too much. That's why I'm physically looking away from my chat right now. I've had an amazing day. When it rains, it pours. I'm getting more good news, but I did not need to get this news on the air. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth. I'm not looking. Things are going well. Things are going well. Deutsch Chad says, spill the tea. No, it's not XM. It's still all very the market. No, shut up. Shut up. Shut up. It's not necessary for me to talk about it. Say it, pussy. Do it. Do you want to sell out? Fuck yeah, I want to sell out. Are you kidding me? I love selling out. Oh, my God. All right. Let's move on. Let's wash it. Let's wipe it away. Blah. Klopogram says, Aaron, are you having a social life? You know, I hate to do this, but I do have a social life. It's a pretty good social life, you know? I'm a 38-year-old man with kids. I mean, my social life is like, had a cigar with the neighbor, we had a drink, he had a break from work. All I had to do was come in here and set things up. And then before that, it was texting my best friend, my bestie. I was texting him. He's a Northwestern guy. I'm a Gophers guy. And Northwestern kicked the shit out of us in basketball last night. It's just not our year. Again, it's not our year. And we were going back and forth on that. And then, of course, talking to SP throughout the day. That lovely woman. Oh, my goodness. What would I do without her? What would I do without her? Who knows? Numero uno Josh Denny fan with $5 says, let's start out with a short clip of Brennan's Rumble rant. How's old KB doing over there on Rumble? I know that he I know I can't read the chats during the evening show. I can't. It distracts me. I break my train of thought. It's all very funny. Trucker 18-Wheeler says, got a Nazi ad on Johnny's show this afternoon and a Stalin ad just now. Well, at least it knows my audience. 125 away from tonight. Thank you. I'm so distracted. I got to admit, I'm all over the fucking place right now. I apologize. Thank you, MN Vikings, for becoming a Baby Boot member. Funeral director, we did talk about that story of the guy sitting next to the dead body for 4 hours on this morning's show. Go back and check it out. You'll absolutely love it. We did if I do say so myself, we did a great job with it. Clopo Graham says he's had sex with his neighbor. I have not had sex with my neighbor. You know, I don't like that this is so hard to convince people of. I'm not a homosexual. I don't know why I try to look directly into the camera when I say that. It ain't convincing anybody. I'm not gay. Did it work? Play the clip and you'll see how he's doing. All right, we'll check out the Kevin Brennan clip here in a second. And yes, we will get to the Michelle Trachtenberg stuff. I don't like JH says Michelle Trachtenberg, the ugly duckling, died. Euro Trip Michelle Trachtenberg is a very, very sexy woman. She's I thought she was very hot in Euro Trip, so I can't join you by saying Michelle Trachtenberg's ugly. I know there's a lot of people who have vaccine theories about Michelle Trachtenberg. She was a child star in Hollywood, and she's always been like rail skinny, unhealthy skinny. So I can, it could have been a number of things. Vaccine, maybe a vaccine heart thing. Numero uno Josh Denny fan with $1 says, just whisper it to me real close to the mic. I won't tell anyone. All right, let's check out how Kevin Brennan's doing on Rumble this week. Okay. Oh, is this his, I heard about this. Is this his, the dash cam of his arrest for speeding or whatever? That's funny.
I haven't seen this yet. I don't know who this is about.
It's about you.
Who is he talking about?
Why is Kevin behind a green screen? Like, I don't mean like, oh, I'm sorry, my fucking fat ass is in the way. Why isn't his green screen activated? What's the deal there? Why doesn't he have his normal setup thing?
The mic's on.
Oh, God. What's happening?
The mic's on.
Kevin.
It's not turned up enough?
No, come on.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's Wednesday now. Like, he's going to be back on Monday, so it's too late to change anything. You just got to struggle through 2 more shows. You know how I said last week? I said, and this, you know now, this wasn't just me pulling out my dick. I said, there is no other show that could lose their YouTube and make their money. Same amount, not miss a beat, just going on Rumble. And if I would have known about Rumble's studio, we would have made fucking bank that week. Holy shit. 1,400 people at a time. 5 cents a viewer for your read. And I think, 4 reads per show, 1 per hour, times 0.05. Yeah, that's $280 a show. I mean, that would have been pert nice. Kevin, I could have helped him. Not that I really wanted to or I care to. Not anything bad. It's just I got cigars to smoke. It's 52 in Minnesota.
I mean, seriously, man. The mic's not on? Is it not on?
Oh, no.
Is it not on?
Your green screen's not on. Why is that happening?
Hello?
Imagine this being your YouTube suggestions. Opie, Anthony Cumia, Ray DeVito, Nick's rant about hipster. Like, get off the internet for a few seconds. My shit's full of, like, Russian Revolution documentaries and red letter media videos.
Mic's not on?
Numero uno, this is depressing the shit out of me.
Wow. So the mic's not on. No, I'm not taking
Kevin,
calls.
if the mic's not on, nobody can hear you say the mic's not on.
Is the mic on or no? I'll end the show right now. The mic's not on?
Oh, no.
Dave said, is the mic on? Is the mic on? I'll just end the show right now. Hello?
That's not how microphones work. You say hello, and if people say hello back, then the microphone works. If your
Hello?
microphone doesn't work, nobody's going to be able to hear you say.
Is the mic on?
He's listening to himself back now.
Well, so
Numero uno, I'm waiting for this clip to go somewhere. If you literally just sent me a clip of Kevin Brennan testing his mic, I'm going to be upset.
the mic sounds off? Is it on or no?
If they're saying it sounds off, then it sounds. Sounds means it's fucking on. God damn it.
It sounds off? It's on. I like everybody, so everybody just assumes because, wow.
This shouldn't make you mad. Why am I getting mad then?
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what it sounds like.
You know what that means? That means you give a fuck.
Good. I'll end the stream right now. I'll
God.
just end it. I'll play it. No, yeah.
Why
I'm
are we
just
so
gonna end it right now.
cranky? Ah, it's an old guy. This looks like a screen test. Like to play one of those like old captains in Star Wars. Oh my God. Thanks, numero uno. Thanks for taking us down that road. I appreciate it. Oh boy. Helgi with $1 says, Aaron, we're all friends here. Friends don't keep secrets. I can't tell you. I didn't even know. Okay. God damn it. I didn't even know that the thing I'm not going to tell you about was an option or in play. There. That's all I can say. Oh, my Costco delivery got moved. Yeah, that's right. My Costco delivery got moved today because I've got my daughter's book bowl tomorrow, and I'm not going to be here when they want to come in. So, numero uno, Josh Denny fan with $1 says, that was gold, Jerry. I mean, it was funny. Silver Wolf, I sent you a PayPal. Don't read my real name, please. Also, got a Hitler ad. Why is everybody getting a Hitler ad on this show? Why am I surprised, and why did I just ask that question? You know, this is going to sound weird, but I feel like that cigar really cleaned out my vocal cords. I know that goes against science, but, oh, Undertaker. No, I still can't hit the high notes. Never mind. We found out this morning that my voice, my high notes are completely shot. I tried to do Paul Bearer today, and it wasn't there. I reached back for the old Percy Pringle fastball, and nothing. Not a Nathan. Not a goddamn thing. I'm not reading you that message. And I'm not responding to that message either. That deserves a much longer response. Silver Wolf with $5. He says, hi, Aaron. How was your day? My day blew almost immediately after you got off this morning. My work truck broke down in Superior, Wisconsin. I had to rent a rental car only to find my work truck was fixed. Entertain me. Well, that's what I'm working on. We're going to talk about a dead chick. We're going to talk about all the other things that come in from the audience today. We're going to wrap up what's been a spectacular week of evening shows. We're going to have a great time. Kloppo says Gordy will let Costco in. That's true. He probably could. Los Federales with $1 says, sorry, I'm late, boss. Mother-in-law was complaining about coons coming on her property, rushed over because they had her cornered. She hates coons, so I assured her that they only want the trash in the bin. Always. Always. Tothrob says, how is radio even a good gig these days? If you can draw an audience and you're worth something, it's still something. It's still pretty good. I got to be honest with you. Silverwolf says that $50 was meant for you. What $50? That was $5. I saw it right. You can't trick me, you little rascal. 120 away from today. Thank you guys very much for your generosity. Again, we very much appreciate it. It has been a coast of a week of evening shows, and we appreciate that. So much to get to today. Billy Bob Norris says, hard to believe KB doesn't know how microphones work. Well, I just don't listen to your chat. Like, you have so many things. So you have your board. Your board is showing that you're talking. You have OBS. OBS is showing that you're talking. You could go on your own stream and listen to it and see that you're talking. It's frustrating. Helgi with $1 says, how much to get you to tell us? You wipe out tonight and tomorrow morning's goal, I'll tell you. I'll tell you who I got a message from. There. $5 from Funeral Director says, congrats on the good news. Radio spot, job, us supporters want the details, bro. Spill. No, God damn it, I can't. And I definitely can't sit here for 2.5 more hours with you guys and keep this to myself. This is going to be bad tonight. This is going to be really, really bad. But you know what? This is a good test of myself. This is a good test to see how far I've come in not being a self-destructive asshole. This is a good thing. 383 Novocaine says, the news is Johnny Rock is retiring, and Gary announced that Steel Toe 2.0 is coming back April 1st. That's not what that message was about. That's not what that message was about. Okay? Thank you. We continue. Cockdiff says, don't tell us. I'm trying not to tell you. Dive Bar says, we can't hear you. Are you muted? What? Is my mic working? Is my mic work? Can you hear me? Is my mic on? Is it making sound? Is the sound on my microphone? I don't know. Like, I could click on mute on Rumble and see if I'm making noise, but I'd rather just yell. Am I on? Is there anything coming out of... Can you hear sound? Because I don't know. I'm not... Daibar says I can't hear any sound. I'm not, but I'm talking. Helgi says still can't hear. I'll just shut this off. I'll just shut it off if I'm not making any noise. Dots Optic Nerve says muted. If I'm muted, then I'm not talking. I'm talking. They said yell louder. I can't yell any louder. This is as loud as I yell. I'll just end the stream. I don't want to, it's just not as fun for me to make fun of people in their most, in their most down moments. It's a funny little clip. That's all. All right, now I got to stop because I went back into the chat for a second. People said I can't hear you, and I forgot we were doing a bit. So we're going to move on. Let's get into this Brainerd story. I thought we could take care of this right here in Brainerd. We got some Minnesota stuff for you today. 115, by the way, I think is our number now. Yeah, 115 away from tonight's goal. And for the record, it does look like Rumble and YouTube are even at the moment, and PayPal is bringing up the rear. They are about, no, 10 YouTube, 9 Rumble, 5 PayPal. That's where the scoreboard is at right now, if you wanted to know. Helgi with $1 says, we can't hear you, so you can tell us everything. Oh, well, if you can't hear me, then the message I got was from a guy named Dave. No. Let's go to this Brainerd thing here. Somebody sent this to me this morning, and goddamn, we just didn't have time for it. But I absolutely loved the story. It's a funeral home director. A 63-year-old funeral home director in Brainerd was fucked up while he was picking up bodies. And, like, I kind of get it. Like, you shouldn't be allowed to drink and drive, obviously. But, like, if all you do is you deal in corpses all day, god damn, would that be? It'd be hard not to drink with that kind of a job. The funeral home director is accused of driving drunk when he tried to pick up a body. Nicholas, usually you're trying to pick up women. This guy got so fucked up, he was trying to bring home a corpse. Nicholas Zilmer, 63, was arrested Sunday night. Ooh, on a Sunday night, too, when you're supposed to be winding down for the weekend. And charged Monday with driving while intoxicated. In the criminal complaint against Zilmer, state's police were called to a home in Crosby, Minnesota, around 9:30 p.m. on Sunday. The caller told police he had called a funeral home to pick up his deceased family member, but Zilmer appeared to be drunk when he arrived at the home. Fucking tattletales, man, every time. Did he hit any cones? Did he hit any people? Your fucking family member's already dead. It's not like he's going to get in a wreck and leave them more deader. God, I mean, it's one thing if the guy's weaving all over the road and he's, across the median and shit. Like, he's putting lives in danger. But if you just go on a hunch and you call the cops and be like, yeah, the guy who was nice enough to take the corpse out of my house? I think he's fucked up. You should pull him over. What a shitheel move. You know what I would do? I would flee. I would flee back to your house, throw the corpse on your front steps, and then surrender to police. If that's how you... And what do you do if you're the cops? Now you pulled a guy over, he's drunk driving, you can't let him drive to his destination. So now what? Do the cops have to take the corpse? Do they have to call someone else to move the dead body? How does this work? Officers who spoke with Zilmer said he had bloodshot and watery eyes, he was unstable on his feet, and had an odor of alcohol coming from his mouth. Yeah, it's a hard one to hide. He was brought to the police station where officers say he blew a .19. Ooh, that's not good. That doesn't even register on a 1 to 10. You blow an 8 and you're not a gay guy, you can still go, well, he's got nice eyes. But you blow a .19, it was a bad weekend. Zilmer is listed as funeral director and owner of the Coop Funeral Home in Crosby, Minnesota. In a Facebook thread on Monday, a man who said he was the one who called 911 after the encounter with Zilmer spoke out about the experience. What a dick. What an asshole this guy is. He comes and picks up your nan. You rat him out to the cops, and then you brag about it on socialist media. What an asshole. The Post reads in part, our father deserved dignity and respect in his final moments. He got picked up, didn't he? I don't see you driving him to the fucking funeral home. Instead, we were met with negligence and disgrace. He didn't hurt a hair on his head. We will not stay silent about this betrayal. Oh, get fucked. And we encourage anyone who has had a similar experience to come forward. I am not, depending on how this guy was driving, I am kind of on his side in a way. If he was weaving and he was fine. Okay, you got to get him off the road. I understand. But if it was just the snitching, can't you let the guy... Maybe he was, maybe he was sipping the formaldehyde. Maybe it wasn't even a booze thing. God, you'd think you'd get a little professional courtesy when you go pick up somebody's dead relative. No appreciation. That's the problem with the youth today. Fuck you, dude, with $1 says, just got my tax return. And spreading the wealth. Don't spend it all in one place. Wow, thank you for your refund. I appreciate that. Must have been a good year. $2 from Rusty Grammer says, this is a prayer for Vadam, hoping he will stay on the high road and stick to his rugged guns, brother. Nobody likes a Jew. No, that's not the road. You want him to stay on? You want our beautiful boy Vidam to not be a disgusting anti-Semite. Klopogram says, was the funeral guy called Aaron? Oh, dude, I would have long been asleep before I got to .19. Oh, yeah, I appreciate that you think I could still, stand up at .19. I get .06, .07. That's about it. I got to go. Now we know Will is helping the dead to stop drinking. What? It was Will who picked him up? Will Heron's in the funeral home business? He shows up on any more streams completely fucked up out of his mind, and his fucking news company sees it. He's going to be driving a hearse pretty soon. Jesus, man, get your shit together. By the way, I love it when I like Will. I do, and I give him shit, but when he says, "Oh, I'm just a journalist. I'm just telling you, yeah, you're not in the bag for anyone." I mean, you're in the bag, but you're not. Silverwolf says, "Oh my God, was it JJ? At least he didn't have kids this time." McBuster says, "Will OD'd at the Baldo bunker." I think Will's trying to get the invite. I do. I think Will's trying to get the invite. I think so. This is my impression of Will talking to Nick. "Oh my God, really? Because everyone else says you're a lying liar who lies, but I totally get it. Do you want to hang sometime?" Oh, Will. Live on the spot reporting with Will Heron. Yeah, if he was driving the hearse, he could tell us, he could go, "Officers, before you take me in, I gotta do a news report on this DUI arrest." Bigot on socialist media says, "I was to see people taking driving tests at .1 to see how good they are. Maybe a lot better than expected." Yeah, I do like that idea from, what's his name? From Doug Stanhope, where he says people should be allowed to drink at the DMV and then take their test. And if they pass, that's the endorsement they get for their legal limit. And everybody's is different. Bottle tip. That's fucking funny. Dive Bar with $2 says, "Took the car to the salvage lot today, so here's some money. P.S. The neighbor doesn't know their car is gone yet." Oh, that is a dirty little trick you pulled on him. You dirty dog. You dirty dog. Richard Head says the funeral director stopped for a stiff one. You see, because a dead body will... When rigor sets in, I said rigor. Thank you guys very much for. I appreciate all the tax and scrapyard money that I'm getting today. That's very. We usually don't get tax return and scrapyard money on the show. If any of you have recycled cans lately, feel free to throw it into the old toe. 110 away from today's goal. McBuster says embalming fluid can get you drunk. Yeah, maybe he was getting high on his own supply. We don't know. Klopogram says DUI tests just make a holy spectacle of the driver. Well, yeah. Did you ever hear Bob Euchre talk about his DUI test? Oh my God. You guys, Ed and Michelle are live right now. They're at the Pizza Hut buffet doing trivia. Do you want to? I'm going to let Rumble decide this one for us. Do you guys want... They're actually doing pretty well. They've got like 75 people watching them. Ed and Michelle at Pizza Hut doing trivia. Oh, Puerto Rican prostate puncher says no. Oh, everyone's saying no. You ever see someone get excited for something like, "Guys, you want to go do this?" And they're like, "Boo, queer." You're like, "Oh, never mind. I'll go fuck myself." Money talks, I guess. Funeral director with $2 says, "Hear about the judge sentencing shoplifters to wash cars?" No, but I mean, for shoplifting, that's not bad. Unless they're going through the cars and stealing shit. Maybe not a good opportunity to be given those guys. Kloppo says, "Dipping cigarettes in embalming fluid gets you wrecked. That was in a movie." Oh, yeah. What was that where they were dipping cigarettes in embalming fluid? I remember that. But Bob Euchre's DUI stop was, oh man, where's there? I saw it was a Facebook reel. That's the problem. It was like a 1.5 minute clip. I know he was wearing this outfit, but I don't know.
So one of our other players took it around and rode it around out there, and as I said, so he stuck his face right up here, and so he told me he was going to give me the test. Either
Oh, here we
that or
go.
around, they're getting their kicks. But to be put out, give him the full one, and he told me that he thought that I'd had a few more.
Here we go. We'll get to it.
And he asked me if I'd been drinking. When he pulled me over, I hadn't shaved like for 2 days, and city this year, myself and about 4 or 5 other ball players were going over a couple of hitters, talking about.
Right.
And you get in there pretty good. We started throwing the hookers down, and about 11:30 at night, one of the kids that works in our clubhouse had a Honda motorcycle. So one of our other players took it around and rode it around out there, and as I said, Sun City is a retirement community, and they don't go for that. So they called the local police department out there, and he brought it back, and I got on it. I was just going to go around a couple of blocks, just take a spin on it, and I was in there. I was half in the bag. I'm not, I was drunk when he arrested me, but I hadn't shaved like for 2 days, and had a fishing hat pulled down over my head. My shoes were untied. And when he pulled me over, I asked him what he stopped me for, and he said for driving without a helmet. And he asked me if I'd been drinking, and I said, well, I've had a couple of cream de mints after dinner. He said, I'm going to give you the breath test. I want you to breathe in my face. So he stuck his face right up here, and I give him a little. And he said, I want the full boat, So I give him the full one, and he told me that he thought that I'd had a few more. And I don't know if you've ever been through a drunk test. It's the most degrading thing. It's the first time I've ever been through one. But to be put out, I was in a little parking lot, and of course all the old people were standing around, they're getting their kicks. So he told me he was going to give me the test.
Johnny,
either that or...
I'm going to interrupt to make my point. Johnny was so fucking good. Like, he was so perfect, because you watch guys now, and even, this show, when we're going over a clip, a host gets nervous when they haven't talked for a while on their own show. And a good host, like a host who's really secure and really comfortable, and I haven't gotten there yet, they can just let something breathe, and it makes it so much better. And I'll admit, I was better at it on radio than I am on the internet. But Johnny was the king of just letting shit breathe. He didn't need to be the star of the show. Like, Jimmy Fallon interrupts too much. Stephen Colbert, James Corden was the worst at it. But Johnny just lets the moment breathe. He steps aside, and it makes he was so good at creating good TV.
You have to do a urinalysis test, and I don't want to do that in the parking lot with all
the older people there.
people looking around.
That's embarrassing, to say the least.
So he told me to put my hands behind my head, put your head back, and I don't believe anybody can do that if they're straight, and walk 1 foot after the other. So I did that and didn't do real well, and told me to put my arms out and touch my nose, which I figured was a cinch. Put one here and one down here. And then the coin test. They drop the coins. They throw some coins on the ground. And this is
God, don't DUI tests sound way more fun back in the 70s than they are now. Now they're so official. Back then they just, taking coins and throwing them. If you want to be real funny and you can do like a Rain Man thing. He throws it down. You go 87 cents. Boom, let me go.
the one that I was kind of geared up for. And I got all the coins. When I'm down at the last one, there's a beer cap, but it's embedded in the asphalt. And I'm trying to
get
it out.
Trying to get that one out.
That made me, Kloppo made me think of that one. Von Kaiser says, yeah, Johnny was head and shoulders above any of these fags. Now, dude, he was so good. So good. Bigot on socialist media says Letterman was almost as good. He was almost as good. And the thing about Letterman was he was a Johnny understudy, basically. He worshipped Johnny. He idolized Johnny Carson. So he was a step below Carson. Cops back then, fuck you, dude, says cops back then were like, oh, you had a few, but are a few blocks from home? All right, I'll follow you and make sure you get back. Don't let it happen again. Did that really happen as much as the old timers say it did? Because I have a feeling that's one of those things where, like, we romanticize the past. I feel like they still gave out DUIs. Bottle Tip says, you are aces at letting the moment breathe when Johnny cries, jerk. Sorry. But Bob Uecker, man, his appearances on The Tonight Show were very, very good. If you're looking for anything good to like, oh my God, I just got another bill from Adam Trump. Guys, we've fallen behind on the goal. Adam Trump just sent me a bill on PayPal for $124. That's not gonna. Oh boy. We've fallen behind quite a bit. I thought we were 110 away from tonight's goal. I thought we had this thing locked in, no problem, but apparently I was wrong. I just got a bill for $124 from Adam Trump. God damn it. All right, let's go to a couple more things here. If you feel like dropping in, Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble Rants. I appreciate it. There it is again. You know what? I got to clear this message out. I'm going to trust that I'm going to remember to go respond to that message, but I have to close it off my phone. Otherwise, I'm going to be reminded of it. Oh, my God. $5 from Vidam says, imagine if the Jew would have never taken over Hollywood, the music industry, the gold we would have. God damn it, Vidam. God damn it. MSO says, Granny says you should pay it. Oh, did I get some messages on that one? People were like, I think you got swindled by a drunk. And I'm like, yeah, but like, I don't want people saying that, you know. I went back and I listened to that show and it was not that, but like, you know, we're back in the black. We're doing okay. I'm not going to give it away to everyone who asks, but like, you know, do you throw the guy a couple bucks and hope that he does well? Or do you sit there and let him go nah, 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 for the next 3-4 weeks? Steel Tower ripped me off and I was vulnerable. Just, you know, take care of the damn thing, clear up any questions, and move on with your life, you know? Cocktiff says Aaron got shaken down like a bitch inmate. Guys, Vidam. Now look at that. Vidam, they're saying Vidam's right. Don't let this shit get... Now, people are saying Vidam has a point. Don't let that stuff get to your head, Vidam. We love you the way you are. We love you the way you are. Don't let any of these lunatics rile you up. 105 away from tonight. Thank you, Vidam. We appreciate it. Okay. Vince McMahon is back. You know, Vince McMahon had a hell of an arc the last couple of years. There was, he was being sexually inappropriate with his employees. Then there was the federal investigation into sex trafficking and all that stuff. Then it got dropped when his wife became head of the Department of Education. Now Vince is starting up his own a new wrestling company. And he's talking to Fox about getting a TV contract for it. Could you imagine? Vince is going to compete against his own creation. This is an exciting time to be alive. During an episode of 83 Weeks, that's Eric Bischoff's podcast, Conrad Thompson, who's a chubby guy who married Ric Flair's daughter, revealed he'd heard rumors of Vince McMahon potentially rehiring former WWE executives and engaging in conversations with experienced wrestling cameramen. I hope it's just, Vince, I hope it's just conversation. We don't need you getting handsy, Vince. Eric Bischoff said he'd heard similar rumblings. Both Thompson and Bischoff questioned the likelihood of Fox showing renewed interest in wrestling, given their previous departure from WWE with SmackDown. But I don't think WWE got kicked off of Fox. I think SmackDown signed to go over to Netflix, didn't they? So Fox probably wants back into the wrestling business because in a time where TV is struggling to get live viewers, everything is on demand now. Wrestling is one of those few things that's still A, cheap to produce, it's got a high profit margin, and B, is appointment watching. So I can see why they'd want it. It's why wrestling's never left TV in the last, 75, 80, 90 years. So Vince McMahon is starting up a new wrestling company, and he's talking about going to Fox. What a crazy comeback that would be. Vince coming back to wrestling and actually giving WWE a run for their money. It'd be wild. Los Federales saying bring back the XFL. It is back. They merged with the USFL or the UFL or whatever it is. And I think they're the UFL, something like that. They are back. They're still around. SmackDown is still on Fox until the contract is up. Raw went to Netflix. Oh, I'm wrong. Taste Fairy says SmackDown went from Fox to USA last year. Okay, so Raw went to Netflix, and then SmackDown came and took Raw's place. That makes sense. Yeah, end of silence. You're going to watch my new wrestling show, or I'm going to shit on your chest. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to sign Ryback and Braun Strowman, and they're going to have a shit on the referee's chest match. And it's going to be Brooke Tessmacher as the referee with Trish Stratus as a special enforcer. The first one to shit on her chest wins. And it's got to be a solid log on her tits. I don't know. Maybe Vince shouldn't be so involved in the creative after, everything he's been through. DS with 199 says, come on, he just has to learn everything is clear. That's true. 199. Sometimes commissary bags are heavy. Thank you, DS, for the $4. We appreciate it. We have that threw me a little bit. Vince McMahon having I don't know if Vince should have. I don't know if he should have a wrestling program dedicated to people shitting on each other's chest. It just seems a little too on the nose. That's all. It's not on the nose, it's on the chest. That's where the shit goes. The cum goes on the face. The shit goes on the chest. And if you're going to be in my wrestling company and you can't shit on a woman's buxom chest, then you're fired. Billy Bob Norris says, can we just admit that it's weird that the spouse of the Secretary of Education owns or creates a wrestling endeavor? He sold all his shares in WWE. He's done. So whatever he's starting new, he's going to throw his own billions into it. Bigot on Socialist Media says if Vince is getting back into wrestling, he should hire Raven as his only commentator and see if it works. Taste Fairy says Vince is a workaholic and wrestling is all he knows. Yeah, I mean, that's how many times do you hear it from people? They're like, yeah, my mom or my dad retired, and then not too long after that, they died. They just didn't have any purpose anymore. The life kind of went out of them. I mean, it happens. That's a real thing. So yeah, maybe he just needs to work. He needs to be out there. I thought this was a very interesting statistic. People are making a little too much of it, though. It is a glaring comparison. The media, the National Journal, measured the amount of questions that each president has taken from the media in their first month. Joe Biden took 141 questions from the press in 30 days. So that's a little less than 5 questions a day. I feel like you'd be getting 5 questions in from the media before breakfast, but okay. 141 from Biden. You know, that speaks a lot to these people who act like Joe Biden went brain dead while he was in office. That is bullshit. Joe Biden was brain dead when he got into office, and we all saw it. Remember when he was falling off his bike, falling up the Air Force One steps? He was going to public events, and he couldn't remember people's names. Like, he was toast from the beginning. I saw that Jake Tapper is writing a book. Get this. Jake Tapper, who helped cover up how fucking senile the old man was, is now writing a book talking about the cover-up of how senile Joe Biden was. The fucking balls on this guy. Anyway, Joe Biden, 141 questions in his first month in office. Donald Trump, 1,009. 1,009. Holy shit. DS with 199. What does LCS mean? It says, stop trying to have your LCS bail you out of the goal. LCS? Are you guys my LCS? Does anyone here want to go to PayPal and just be an LCS and then just throw in $100 and we'll call it the final win for the toe? I don't know what DS is talking about. I'm not real. Is he mad? Is he joking? Have I upset him in some way? I'm not really sure what the LCS is. 1,009 questions from Donald Trump. Donald Trump has answered from the media in the first 30 days. And I can understand why. I think he's having a great time with the media because he's doing so many things. They're really upset about it. And he basically likes listening to them complain to him and then tell him to shush. I think, whereas Joe Biden's people kept him away from the media because they knew he'd be embarrassing. First of all, nobody can really tell Trump what to do. People have tried. And he enjoys kind of the wrestling match. That's what it is. Oh, there you go. DS, your Topps Chrome wrestling cards are not the way. Is that what LCS is? My wrestling cards? DS, I have to admit, you are right over my head. Right, you got me on that one. I don't know what the fuck that means. Klopogram says, LCS, isn't that a Mexican immigrant gang? Maybe. Taste Fairy says, am I a P1 or an LCS? I'm so confused. Yeah, I've heard the term P1. I've heard the term LCS. Lutheran Christian Services. I don't know if that works. Silverwolf says, LCS stands for legitimately cool shits. Oh, I do have a lot of those. Lactating cocksuckers. I have a lot of those. Bigot on socialist media says, isn't it just VIP? I don't know. Los Federales. Oh, he's telling me LCS stands for last cock standing. Oh. So you guys keep telling me it means different things. Last cock standing. That makes a lot more sense, if you ask me. So 1,009 questions for Trump, 141 for Joe Biden. Atomic Ray says, you can get a funeral director job picking up cool shits. No, we found out this morning that not everyone shits when they die. That is a misnomer. You don't always shit. So if you know you're kind of like knocking on the door, make sure you take a nice big dump because then you don't have to suffer the indignity of shitting when you die. JH says, Aaron, thoughts on Buffy the Vampire Slayer? We are going to get there. We've got that. Oh, yeah, we got that down the list. Quite a ways here tonight. Thank you very much for your guys' contribution. 105 away from tonight's goal. You guys have been great all week for the evening show. Let's finish it up. We're almost done. Thank you. So only 2 goals left for the entire week. Looking to go perfect here on Steel Toe. Oh, before we get to the cocaine wig story, let's take a look at the WHMH 101.7 Top Toe Nations board. We've got Steven still sitting pretty at 290 in first place. I don't know if that's going to be touched. Gray Duckling in second with 199. Ace has dropped down a spot to 166, and Adam Simon hanging in there at 117. We got a couple guys at about 77, 69, 100. Good old JR's at 100. So we got a little mobility, a little bit. 290, 199, 166, and 117. Thank you guys very much. Everybody on that list and everybody not on that list who contributes to the show. I appreciate that. All right, let's go to Cocaine Wig. I saw this last night before I went to bed. We didn't get to it this morning. This is actually pretty brilliant. I mean, it's funny that the guy got arrested, he got caught, but file this under worth a shot if you're trying to smuggle drugs into the country and you don't want to shove things up your asshole, which I understand. I get it. This is a literal cokehead. A guy got caught trying to smuggle cocaine onto a plane under his wig. So he wore a toupee, lined it with what looks like are like marshmallows or cotton balls, but it was a laminated bag full of cocaine. And he just put it inside the wig and just, glued it on top of his head. It's not bad. It's not a bad idea. I mean, it only looks retarded because he got caught. But if some guy wouldn't have had a really good eye, he could have got on that plane. And once he's on that plane, he's home free. Here's the video of them catching him. They brought him in the back, and they imagine this wasn't a wig and you just started cutting into this guy's head. You're going to feel like a dick.
La Policía Nacional en el aeropuerto y sus controles a través de la Dirección de Antinarcóticos encuentran a través
You can tell that guy's not on coke. Boy, he doesn't miss his meals.
perfilamiento un individuo que te
He doesn't have any stimuli burning up his fat intake.
pretendía abordar el vuelo que de Cartagena
Of
llega
course, Scott Hall once said to Will Sasso, "Hey, Sasso, you look like the kind of guy who could do coke and eat."
a Ámsterdam. Este individuo es perfilado por uno de nuestros expertos y sometido al procedimiento. Allí, por intermedio del escáner y un registro a persona, se halla.
Oh, that's what it is. You stand in that. It's that thing. It's the thing where you go like this and it rotates around you. Yeah. That's what it do. It's going to find shit like that. You're hiding cocaine under your head. That machine's going to find it for you. I see.
Una peluca, la cual contenía más de 220 gramos de cocaína.
Yeah, I mean, they saw it right away. Hey, I know cocaína. I know that word.
Con esto se atacan las rentas criminales.
Oh, how fucked are you right now? You are so... I mean, this is where your head is racing. Your heart's racing like 100 miles per hour. Your brain's going as fast as it can. You're like, come on. There's got to be some kind of way out of this. This is that part in the movies where some Deus Ex Machina thing happens. I can get the fuck out of here. Nope. Warmer, getting warmer, and cocaine.
Un precio aproximado de más de 10,000 euros en territorio europeo. Y esta
Taking
ya
off
es
the... Look at him. He's humiliated. He's like, fuck, there ain't no getting out of this one. Now they're going to kill your whole family, dude.
la segunda captura que se realiza en el aeropuerto en estos controles. El año pasado tuvimos una actuación de nuestros uniformados allá que
Just kidding, they're marshmallows. You guys want s'mores? These s'mores will fuck you up.
permitió capturar a más de 45 personas que
A dirty fucking scalp, dude. What's going on there? Can we get that washed a bit?
permiten que carguen en su cuerpo, en su equipaje o también
How about the fact that you let them give you that haircut? Oof.
ingieren estos elementos para tratar de ocultar los controles de las
I love that. He reaches for his hat. So you just got caught smuggling cocaine in the airport, which I don't know if you keep up on things. It's a pretty big fucking deal. And you're still worried. You're like, oh, I look like shit without my hat on. Let me put that back on. I don't know if that's going to be that important, brother.
tanto en nuestro país como
I think the first thing you say when that wig comes off, you go, hey, how did that get in there? Oh, I swear to God, that wasn't on there when I put my wig on this morning. Look at how stupid my fucking hair looks. Of course I wear that regularly.
en el país de destino. Aquí yo le hago un llamado a los ciudadanos, a los padres de familia que
I look like a Chinese fish salesman. What the fuck?
tengan control sobre todo de los jóvenes que son
Oh, yeah.
falsamente
Cut it open.
instrumentalizados por estas bandas
Give it a little
delincuenciales
sniff test,
del crimen
too. What the hell?
organizado
Boy, they
transnacional,
pack that
que
tight.
los engañan diciéndoles que es muy fácil.
You think there's fent in
romper
there?
Los esquemas de seguridad que tiene la Policía Nacional y por el contrario.
You think that's
Aquí
cut?
tenemos un dispositivo que nos permite dar estos resultados.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Y lastimosamente,
That's
estas
some
personas
sweaty
que
blow
van a
right there.
enfrentar
Make him do it
un
all.
penal bastante fuerte, ya que es un delito que ha
Oh, yeah.
promovido el gobierno nacional y la Policía
That's a
Nacional.
positive
La
test.
lucha contra las finanzas, rentas criminales y la
Cocaína. That's what we should call it. That's a much more fun name. Cocaine. Cocaína. Much better. Ace with $5. Literally just walked in. We closed the deal. Ace. Attaboy, Ace. Big man on campus. Big swinging dick. What did you say this morning? A $250,000 deal? Attaboy. Congratulations, Ace. Then $2, Ace writes Nick's wig. Did you see what that fucking drunk cunt said about me today? You know, if I weren't on the moving onward and moving upward path in my life, me about 9-10 months ago would have been on the phone with a fucking civil case lawyer, I think, today. But me now, it just, honestly, I looked at it and I felt pity. I felt sad. In fact, on Twitter today, I even tweeted out an AA quote, and I was like, just repeat this. Nick is apparently so embarrassed about the cocaine thing, as he should be. The fact that his daughter tested positive, the fact that, you know, he said, oh, we never had her, it was never around kids, and I had to call him out on that. I'm like, well, that's not true. You were doing it in a bathroom, and there was just a couple of doors separating children from where you were doing the drugs. I mean, there were mornings where I woke up, it was 4 a.m. You were doing lines in the bathroom. You weren't alone, but you were doing lines in the bathroom. And, you know, a few hours later, you're driving your kids to school. No judgment, just saying that's the facts. And I didn't want to talk about this today, but yeah, he went on Twitter and he said, oh, Aaron's responsible for my daughter's positive test. It's interesting. I was gone in early April. The positive test was late May. It's fascinating. But that I just kind of saw that as a desperate move from a flailing alcoholic, is what I saw. And it's interesting because throughout this whole thing the last year, it was, oh, the cops rubbed it in her hair. Then it was, oh, it was a false positive. 1 in 5 are a false positive. And then the other one was, he had some other excuse for, oh, it never happened. That didn't really happen. Now all of a sudden it's my fault. He must have found out something and he's raging about it. And he had to throw a little bit of the blame back on me. But like I said, when you can see through people and you see their true colors and you know what they are, you just kind of see it as the frightened flailings of a desperate man. And like I said, maybe a little help, maybe a little sobriety. You know, maybe work on yourself a little bit. Yeah, that was a pretty weird deal today. I got to be honest. If you went to sleep, you obviously weren't doing it right. Deutsch Chad says he just keeps making himself look more retarded. Yeah, I mean, I hope it's just substance problems. But I think it's also psychological problems. I think if you don't take responsibility and you don't adjust your life, I think that stuff tends to kind of swallow you up and eat you up, and then you blame everyone who's not you. I mean, literally blaming me for anything at this point is just blaming a phantom. And that's kind of what I am. I'm a phantom. I'm a ghost that lives in his dreams, lives in his head. And it's too bad. It's too bad. Gray Duckling with $5. Thank you very much. He says, where's the big dick energy at? Right here, dude. Thank you very much for the $5. So what? Gray Duckling's at 203. Ace is at 171. Adams at 117. So we got a little bit of it's a bit of a tight race there. $95 away from this morning. Helgi with $1. Says, Aaron sells coke. How else do you explain that hairline? Wait, no, come on. You think I'm wearing a wig that patches up the... Willy Nilly with $4.99 says, you did say that you were always caring for the kids. Spin yourself out of this one. Oh, sweeper. That's not what I said. I said I made food every once in a while. I think I've said more than enough that it was we were a house full of fuck-ups who made terrible decisions. Sorry I didn't bite on that one for you, bud. 95 away. Thank you very much. Tothrob says, would he be more mad because the kiddo took his last 8 ball? I don't want to. The joke about that should be on him, not on the kid. That's sad. I mean, the kid's a victim in that whole deal. Fuck you, dude, with $100 says, so is the VIP still a thing? Just curious. We did say we're putting new VIPs on hold until I catch up with not only the current VIPs, which are done. We do have all of those ordered, and as soon as they get theirs, then we're going to have all the current VIPs order their one annual piece of merch, and then we're going to renew the VIP program. I just think we should take care of the people we owe before we start doing anew. So thank you, fuck you, dude, for $100 over on PayPal.
And I just want to say thank you for making it happen. Thank you.
And of course, that $100 also means...
But I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
That's another win for the toe and a perfect week of evening shows, and we never even made it into the second hour this whole week. Thank you. MSO says fake, fake, fake. That's actually going to put fuck you, dude, at 150 for the week. So hold on a minute. Fuck you, dude, is now in fourth at 150 behind Ace and Gray Duckling and Steven. Wow. 181 for Ace after he throws in $10 and says Nick will never take responsibility for anything until he loses all his financial support and gets sober. How much money does his family have? How? I don't, first of all, I won't get into how his family has money or anything. There's plenty on the internet about that. I don't know how much they have. I don't care for such things. $1 from Dive Bar says, you're supposed to answer that question with, bend over and I'll show you. $5 from Vadam. Now I got to keep track of how far ahead you guys are. Vadam with $5 says, Nick is the same as Ruby and Kevin Frankie. I don't know who that is. Are they like a YouTube couple? Nick should be in prison as Ruby Frankie is currently in prison for 90 years. Child abusers. Well, everybody's got their opinion. All I wanted to address was how sad what he did today was. I mean, that's just senseless flailing more than anything else. All right, let's move on to the next thing today. I know what you guys were excited for. I know. You know what, though? I do have it on good authority that Will Heron's going to have a couple of drinks and he's going to sweep the whole thing up for him. He's going to do it. Is it Joseph Heron or is it Will Goebbels? I can't remember what. I tease hard, Will. I tease hard. I'm not being as mean to you as other people are. I mean, you're catching some shit. I like you. All right, let's go to the View. You guys wanted the View, right? You guys wanted View clips tonight. You know, I was outside today. I was hanging out with my buddy. We're smoking a cigar. We're having a drink, enjoying the beautiful, unseasonably warm weather this afternoon. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm still thinking about you guys. You know, I'm still thinking about putting on a great show. I'm like, these guys have been so generous with their hard-earned money this week. You know, I should earn it. I should do a show worthy of their generosity. And I'm thinking in my head, and I'm going, I haven't given them a good View clip in a while. And I think that's what they want. And I sense the audience is pulling back from me as I haven't given them enough View. And no, Puerto Rican prostate puncher, you don't have to say anything. I hear you. I understand. You miss it. And you love it. Fuck you, dude, with $5 says, just remember my name, fucker. Been listening since effing early with Aaron. I do, fuck you, dude. Oh, no, I do, fuck you, dude. No, I mean, I do remember your name, fuck you, dude. That sounded like I just said I fuck dudes. I don't fuck you, dudes. You know what? The more I explain this, the worse it's going to go. Why don't I just, now is the time where we just move on. This is like the radio text that I got. Shit, I just said it was radio text. This is like the text I got a little bit ago that I was very excited about, and I told you guys I can't say anything about it, and if I keep talking about it, I'm going to say something about it. That's We just have to move on from it. You know, guys, every time I have a verbal slip, there's no need for you to continuously write clip it in the chat. I don't, once in a while you guys could, once in a while you guys could write in and you go, hey guys, forget Aaron said anything. It was an honest slip of the tongue. We'd really like to give him the benefit of the doubt. Atomic Ray with $1 says, this is what I had left after installing crawl space insulation all fucking day. Oh, well, thank you very much. I'm glad it didn't come from a cancer fund. That's appreciated. Helgi says, tell us about the text or we'll tell everyone you fuck dudes. No one will ever believe you. Go ahead. Tell everybody I fuck dudes. You know what their response is going to be? We already know. All right, on to the View. Guys, Puerto Rican prostate puncher is getting really upset. He's waiting for a View clip. He needs a View clip. We haven't given it to him. I feel like I'm being a bad host. 300 of you checking out the old toe. Hit like, hit subscribe, follow the program. We're almost at 4,000 followers on Rumble. Thank you very much for that. Sunny Hostin was on The View today. And you know something? She's not you're not going to believe this. She's not happy about Donald Trump. Right? I thought the same thing, too. I was like, hot damn, really? She's not happy about Donald Trump? I got to hear this. This is a revelation and a half. So she was trying to be smarmy. She was trying to be smug about the whole, what do you call it? The immigration thing, deporting the illegals and all that. Well, she wanted to be cutesy and go, why isn't he deporting illegal Canadians? Yeah. You're really having a great policy discussion with someone you disagree with when you're just being bitchy about it. That's really an intellect, especially when you're on a program that informs the American people. It's really a heady debate that you're having. It really heightens our discourse. Well, even her own people on The View couldn't let her get away with this one. So let's watch Sunny Hostin shit the bed on The View this morning. What do you think they get? Do you think they get a 30-second? Oh, The View's only getting 5-second ads on Mediaite. How about that?
In terms of the immigration thing, I think this is not that different from what happens in Europe. You can have this sort of golden visa.
Let me tell you something. What Donald Trump is doing right now is a shitload different than what they're doing in Europe, I assure you. There are a lot of people in Europe, mostly of a pale complexion, who are dying to do what we're doing, sometimes literally in England. They're dying to do what we're doing in terms of immigration in this country. So no, they're not. What they're talking about is this golden visa that Trump's talking about. If you're an immigrant and you give $5 million, you can have a visa and a pathway to citizenship, and he'll help use that to balance the budget. I like it. Could you imagine Mexico just dumping like $200 billion on us and like, here, take a fuckload of them? Let me see. How much would that take? Let's say Mexico wanted to send 5 million people here. Am I really going to do 5 million times 5 million? Obviously, that would be 25 billion. Fucking idiot. That wouldn't really go very far with our budget, would it? Not a lot. Ace with $5 says, what do you think of the House bill passed today with Medicaid cuts? We're going to get to that. I think we're going to get to that at the end of the show tonight. We will talk about it. If we don't, it will be covered in tomorrow morning's show. I promise we'll get to that, Ace. Thank you, buddy. You're now at 186, by the way. Since this is so close with Gray Duckling at 203 and Steven at 290, I feel duty-bound to update people on their totals so nobody gets cheated. Back to The View. Puerto Rican prostate punchers getting angry.
Through real estate in places like Portugal and Spain and Greece.
A lot of the
Caribbean. So there, this would be the most expensive golden visa. But I think what's fascinating to me is that, yes, he ran on immigration, and he ran really on the southern border, because we know we also border Canada, and that's actually the largest border, but they're not really going into Canada and looking for those Canadian people that are kind of jumping back and forth.
You see what she's doing, guys? Because they're white. Get it? because Trump's a racist. I got to give her this. They're finding new ways to say the same fucking thing. He's a racist. He's a white supremacist. Whoops.
It's not Canadians that come across the northern border. The northern border crisis. No, it's people coming from other parts of the world, India, Mexico. But there's not a bunch of Canadians flocking.
I like this. You know, and the funny thing about this is Alyssa Farah, she worked for Trump, but she's not a Trump person. She kind of soured on him after I was going to say after 9/11, after January 6th. So she's not like just some Trump apologist. She's spitting facts at her right now.
More Americans going to Canada
that's
right
not true
now.
because I spoke to Governor Whitmer about it. But
You spoke to Governor. Oh, hey, guys. What Alyssa Farah said that's factually accurate, that's not true. You see, Sonny Hostin talked to Governor Gretchen Whitmer of Michigan. You know, the one who hates Trump with a passion. And she told her, don't worry, that's not accurate. Okay, so, you know. Check and mate on that one.
Okay, so that was a misunderstanding.
Can I just finish what I was saying so that I don't
6,000 Canadians
so that I don't lose my thought? The point is, you know, he was all about immigration from the southern border, and those immigrants or those migrants look a certain way. So it seems to me.
Yeah, actually, they look a lot of certain ways. They're black, they're Asian, they're Latino, they're Polynesian. They're looking all sorts of ways. It's the regular fucking Rainbow Push Coalition down there. Well, it was. Like under Biden, 100%, because they were just letting everybody in, and the word was out. Hey, come on over. It's not so much that way anymore. It's dropped down by about 96%. Boy, this chick is just wrong about. And you know, I'll be fair. Republicans do this too. People like read or listen to something until they get what they want, and then they stop. They don't look at anything else. That's what I wanted to hear. Bill Burr calls it I'mRight.com, and then they just shut it off. That's a kind of a cancer in our culture right now.
This was never really just about immigration.
It was about
a certain type of immigrant. And so now we have these.
She has nobody. By the way, even the liberals on the panel right now are getting uncomfortable and they're disagreeing with her. And it's getting kind of weird. Ladies and gentlemen, this is late stage Trump derangement syndrome. This is a person just kind of breaking from reality. This is the rocking back and forth. Don't give that child no pork.
Can I just clarify, though?
Can I finish talking?
Yes.
Thank you. So it's okay.
God, women are so fucking, they're just so womany with that shit.
Okay for Russian oligarchs to come over. It's okay for people with money to come over, but it's not okay.
Yeah, we love people with money. How is that? Like, what kind of a child are you? They're like, oh, it's okay for rich people who build successful businesses and employ people to come over. Fuck yeah, it is. Oh, but it's not okay for somebody who can't read, speak, or write in English. Yeah, we're gonna have to pass on that one. Oh, but if you have hundreds of millions of dollars and you build businesses and hire people, then you can come in. Fucks yeah. As long as your first name isn't Al and your last name is Kata, we're good.
To provide a path to citizenship for people that have been here.
Actually, Al-Qaeda would be fine. Wasn't that created by the CIA? They're only mean when we tell them to be.
Like the DACA recipients, for other people that look a different way.
So
that's not true. We let people who say DACA, Muhammad Jihad in the country just fine.
To clarify, because there is a border crisis on the northern border, and it doesn't get nearly as much attention as the southern. The numbers aren't as high. It is not Canadians crossing from Canada into the United States.
I love that. Sonny Hostin thinks that it's a bunch of white Canadians going, hey, I finished my pancakes, hey. I'm heading over to America, fuck. No. It's still people from third world shitholes that it's easier to get across the northern border because people don't focus on it as much. Jesus Christ.
It is Mexico and India are the two largest places that people are coming.
Oh, yes.
Because they're seeing that it's actually easier than going through the cartels and going through a more secure southern border. So if they have the resources, that's what the northern immigration is.
Oh, boy. Don't you just love these gals on The View? God, I feel bad for people who watch that show. What's the thing that Mark Twain said? If you don't follow the news, you're uninformed. If you follow the news, you're misinformed. I think that's about accurate. Gray Duckling with $50 says yield. I got to create a new slot for these guys now. They're throwing in so much fucking money. So Gray Duckling is now at 253, and he's getting close to Steven up there at the top. Ace comes back with $10. That's going to put old Ace at 196. So this thing, they're within $60 of each other. That's for sure. Ace says, I love the money updates. Shuli called me an attention whore for super chatting. Guess he's right. Makes us the perfect match, Toe. Are you fucking kidding? I'm the biggest whore you're going to find on this platform. You throw me money, I'll give you one-on-one time all you want. What do you want, a hot stone massage? Triple digits, jerky, sucky, sucky. No, I'm kidding. God damn it, I can't tell a joke on my own channel because I just realized Approachable's going to be here clipping it. Ace, you and I are cool. I haven't read your email yet, by the way. I'll get to that. You told me this morning on the show that you sent me an email. I saw it. I've been having a hell of a fun day today. Just, going to the gym, getting some boxing in, having a cigar and a drink with a friend. Just having a gay old time. I did get some Grand Ages Rome in. I did get some Grand Ages in today. Dive Bar with $1 says, can we get the old radio shows on Rumble with a membership, or do I have to buy a stupid YouTube membership? I'm gonna look into that when I'm putting them up tomorrow. Thursday is the day we put the full old shows up. I'm gonna look into putting that up on Rumble for subscribers only. Atomic Ray with $1 says, LOL, those bitches are calling Canadians weak, border, skinny, and gay. Numero uno Josh Denny fan says, is tonight the night for criminal karaoke? Well, that's kind of up to you, buddy, because you paid for it. That's kind of your money in the bank briefcase. You get to decide when that gets cashed in. Gray Duckling with $2 says, shit, Aaron twerked on this morning's show? Huh? I don't believe I did. Hey, what do you guys want me to do with all this extra money you're throwing at us? Because 5, 10, 15, 50, 55, 60, 70. You guys are $75 ahead tonight. Do you want me to give it to the morning show? Do you guys want it for next Monday? How do you want me to do this? I don't know. Like, you could flex on the morning show and give it to them, or you could just keep it for yourselves and we're waiting. The evening show is kind of behaving the way I ask the morning show to behave. I'm like, hey, once you get ahead, just stay ahead, and then this shit is fucking easy. No Pen 15 with $5 says, I'll take a happy ending. God damn, I'm like the reverse Deshaun Watson over here. Christ almighty, I really do. For a guy who talks for a living, I still don't have the shit down yet, do I? I leave myself in a lot of gay holes. Wait. No, see, God damn it. I don't mean like gay holes, I don't mean like butts. Can we go back to spilling the beans on the text message I got today? Can we do that instead? That would sure be nice. Thank you very much to 12 Skip to My Lou for $20 over on PayPal.
We want the gold, sucker. Hulk Hogan, we coming for you, nigga.
Oh, by the way, Gray Duckling with $50 earlier. I forgot to give him this. Thank you, pal.
They are afraid.
Here we are. Skip to My Lou with $20 says, great show tonight. Thank you. Doing my due diligence. Don't read. Oh, yeah, I won't read that next part. That's another secret. Oh, man, I'm really excited about that. And okay, I can't show you guys this, but I got to go look. Is there an update? Oh, that looks fucking good. Oh, that looks nice. That's going to be cool. And then there's that fucking message that I can't look at that I can't tell you guys about. Son of an asshole. Numero uno Josh Denny fan with $1 says, I just need the best version possible. Your call. Fuck you, dude, with $5 says, if you don't like Futurama, you are a retarded faggot. What if I nothing Futurama? Is that okay? What do you guys, did you guys tell me what you wanted to do? Puerto Rican prostate puncher says, take the money and get rid of the empty box behind you. What? There's no empty box behind me. I don't. That's not an empty box. The Jesse Ventura, it's displayed. It's open. It's not an empty box. Helgi with $1 says, we want it for you to spill the beans. Tell us your secrets. No. DS with $1.99 says, buy 2 Tops Chrome Wrestling Blasters. Hey, Mikey with $2. Thank you, buddy. He says, here you go. Enjoy. Thank you so much for your generosity. No, I'm not checking my Grindr account. Wait a minute. No, I don't have a Grindr account. Oh, by the way, the MSNBC personality we were talking about on last night's show that I couldn't remember the name of, who was on Sundays and I said was like the prehistoric Joy Reid. Somebody sent it to me, and thank you, whoever you were. Melissa Harris Perry. That's who I was thinking of. Melissa Harris Perry was the crazy liberal lady on MSNBC on the weekends. I got a kick out of her. Fuck you, dude, with another $5. He's up to 160. He says, yeah, that's fine of you. That's fine if you just want to be a fan. I wasn't like an anti-Futurama guy. It wasn't something I watched on a regular basis. All right, so what are our standings at now? Jesus, I've got Stevens under big-time threat right now. He's at 290. Gray Duckling's at 255, and Ace is at 196, while Fuck You Dude is at 160. So everything's kind of snugging up here on the toe. Thank you, guys. We did the view clip. Everybody's been asking me about the. Oh, no. Where did it go? Oh, there we go. Okay. Michelle Trachtenberg. Everybody's been in the chat tonight going, what do you think of the Michelle Trachtenberg thing? What do you think? I didn't realize how many gays we had watching the show. I guess I should be honored. But Michelle Trachtenberg, she's been around, Jesus, like it feels like she's been around my whole life. You know? Michelle Trachtenberg's been around. She was on Nickelodeon, I think. She was a kid star. And then she was on a bunch of shows I didn't watch, like Gossip Girl, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Those weren't really my shows. And then she showed up again in the movie Euro Trip, and she was very, very sexy in Euro Trip. I thought she was very cute. The only thing I don't like about Euro Trip is when they were at the nude beach and she takes her shirt off, you can see her rib cage like really clear. That doesn't do it for me. I don't know if that's a thing guys like. When I can see the rib cage, I think Auschwitz. You know, and that's not because her name's Trachtenberg. I just think like malnourished. I'm like, I don't need to see the skeletal structure. You know, we don't need to go that. We don't need to cut that deep, as it were. But Michelle Trachtenberg passed away at the age of 39. I mean, she's been around since the 90s. So she's been famous like her entire life. I mean, she had no childhood whatsoever. I haven't heard anything about how she died. A lot of people are filling in the blanks, and they're saying COVID shot. A lot of people are saying vaccine injury or heart just stopped. I don't know. You know, anytime it's one of those child actors or child actresses, it could be a laundry list of things. None of them good either. All bad. But in Michelle Trachtenberg's case, we really don't know yet. 39 years old, died. I guess she was writing some weird shit on social media. Trachtenberg was found by her mother around 8 a.m. Wednesday at her apartment complex. The actress underwent a liver transplant within the last year, but her body may have rejected the organ, according to sources who said she died of natural causes. The NYPD confirmed Trachtenberg was found unconscious and unresponsive by police and pronounced dead by EMS workers. They responded to the building after a 911 call reporting a woman experiencing cardiac arrest. Well, see, that's where people go into the vaccine part of things. That's where, you know, that gets the conspiracy rumors started. The NYPD confirmed Trachtenberg was found unconscious and unresponsive. They responded to the building after a 911 call. Her death is not deemed suspicious, and the city medical examiner will determine the cause. I mean, she was rail thin. I mean, I don't think she was healthy. Trachtenberg had posted a series of troubling photos in which she appeared gaunt and frail. I mean, really little. And all kinds of health problems can come with that. I mean, if you're too fat, obviously we know you can have serious health problems. But if you're too small, same thing. Bad immune system, all kinds of shit. It's sad, though, either way. I mean, 39 years old, you had a whole second act that you were about to enter and just snuffed out. JH says Aaron was never a fan of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. He was more of a fan of its spin-off show, Angel. I don't know anything about either of those shows. The only supernatural kind of shows I knew about, my dad watched Forever Night, which was a vampire show. That's about it. No, I think he did watch Buffy. Oh, he and my mom loved Charmed. My dad might have been a homosexual. Shouldn't say might have been. He's still alive. He's not dead. He could still be a homosexual. From what I hear, we haven't found a cure. But yeah, they watched Charmed. They may have watched Buffy, now that I think of it. So gay. So gay. Also, Forever Night, Charmed, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. La Femme Nikita wasn't like a fucky mystic show, was it? That was just that... I don't even remember her name. That was just that smoking blonde chick killing people. They also liked Bones. They thought Bones was a great show. My dad. Oh my God, I'm thinking of the shows my dad liked now. He was all over the place. He liked Walker, Texas Ranger. My mom loved Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman. And my dad was really into Judging Amy. Remember that show with Amy Brenneman and Tyne Daly? My dad was a big Judging Amy fan. He could pick 'em, boy. There was this show that he watched called, it was a courtroom drama. It was called Murder One. And I think that was on for like a season or two. Sometimes my dad's favorite shows didn't get renewed. He liked Casino. Or was it Casino or Vegas? What was the one with Nikki Cox and James Caan? Was it Casino or Vegas? One of the two. He thought that show was the tits. I don't know. No, he wasn't In the Heat of the Night guy. That was a movie, wasn't it? Puerto Rican prostate puncher says, see, I knew Aaron perked off. I think he means jerked off to Booth from Bones. Is Booth David Borealis or whatever his name is? Don't. That's a gay joke. It's harmful. Dive Bar says, oh, so your dad was gay. It all makes sense now. Thank you. Thank you, Von Kaiser. Vegas was the name of the show. MSO says, so I guess you had the logo channel. Boreanaz. David Boreanaz was the guy, not Borealis. What is he, the fucking... What is he, the Northern Lights or something?
Home run, Jefferson. Go to break.
My Lost Interest says, a bad hairline does not negatively affect life expectancy. So you got that going for you. Thanks, shithead. Gray Duckling with $5 says, Aaron tabulating donations. Oh, boy, here we go. Let me find that one. It was a super chat. I'm on the wrong platform. Here we go. TikTok, huh?
For this Guinness World Records title attempt, Aaron's time starts as soon as he sees the first number.
That really is.
And finishes when he inputs the total sum of all 100 numbers. He's using a software that randomly generates 100 four-digit numbers at a specified speed in order to be...
I've found autism's mascot. I've been on a search my entire life, and I found it.
The minimum set for this record, he needs to complete one addition every 0.5 seconds.
And you guys say my wrists move all gay during the show. This Asian kid's got me, I was going to say pegged, but that wasn't going to land well.
Stop. Let's compare.
God, kids who are good at math are fucking
30
weird.
30 seconds, 0.900 milliseconds. Congratulations. Congratulations.
God, it's just, is it worth it though? Like, you're the biggest fucking weirdo in the world. There is such a fine line between these kids who are really good at math and just harmlessly win like competition championships, and then people who are just murdering women and burying them in a well. It's just such a fine line. Helgi with $1 says you could do a 20-hour stream on just how bad each of those shows were. You're not going to catch me shitting on Renegade. I watched that one when I was a kid. I got Lorenzo Lamas, Branscombe Richmond. I'm always going to be a fan. I wouldn't go back and watch it now, though. I don't need to find out how shitty it was. Nope. No, sir. Let's continue on here. Thank you guys very much for all of your contributions. Jesus, you've been kind. How far ahead are you now? $85 ahead. You guys still haven't told me what you want to do. Do you want to flex on the morning show or you want to roll it over to Monday? It's all up to you. We got a... Oh, here we go. We got a listener text coming in. Says, how about a scrolling LED board? That's a great idea, scrolling LED board of the top tonators. Oh, no, this is just one that says, let's party on it. Okay, that could be fun. No, we got somebody designing us a really, really kick-ass background. Really awesome background. And I'm excited for it. Doom, to answer your question, no, sir. No, sir. The Wire, that's another one that I have to watch. I've never started The Wire. I've never started Oz. And I've never started, the biker one. Sons of Anarchy. I also want to watch the one with Anson Mount, Hell on Wheels. I've heard that's pretty good as well. By the way, speaking of Oz, I had somebody write to me today, and they said, Will Heron's been going on streams just completely shit-faced, and they said he reminds me exactly of Oz when Oz would get hammered on the shows. And they do. I looked at it, I was like, oh my God, he does look exactly like Oz. It's incredible. They're both such happy boys when they're all fucked up. Taste Fairy Ialto says, just skip season 2 of The Wire. Well, no, I can't watch a show and then skip a season. That's like people telling me, Aaron, I'm going to watch The Walking Dead. What should I do? I would say, A, don't go past season 6. But I can't tell them to skip season 2. It's important. It's boring as fuck, but it's important. Holy shit, you haven't seen Sons of Anarchy? No, I hate that. That's one thing I can't stand about telling people what shows I've never started. I try. In fact, people's reactions to me talking about shows I've never started is what causes me not to give people shit for not watching a certain show, or at least I try not to. Is because I'll be like, I've never seen Sons of Anarchy. Oh, you've never seen Sons of Anarchy? Dude, do you even watch TV? Yeah, more than I need to. In fact, I watched Frost Nixon for like the 14th time the other day. The Founder for the 90th time. And I love both of those movies, but Jesus, Aaron, watch something new. I tried to watch The Nice Guys, and I fell asleep during it, and I like Russell Crowe, but it wasn't for me. Clopogram says, Sons of Anarchy is not dog shit. Come on. No, I've heard it's very good. I'm ready to start watching it. Just fucking give me a minute. Oh, Puerto Rican Prostate Puncher said it was dog shit. Oh, see, I got to stop reading the chat backwards. My Lost Interest is on a roll tonight, so I'll read his for free. He says, you could pin a leaderboard graphic to the corner of your stream. I could. I was about to give a reason why I can't, but no, it's a good point. I could. Got me there. It's actually not a terrible idea. MSO says, even Matt has seen that. Sam Show says, I'm more amazed by some of the classic films you haven't seen, despite how fucking autistic you are about Hollywood people. What do you mean? I've seen all the classics. Now he's going to name a bunch of classics that I've never watched. Sons of Anarchy starts out good, ends terribly. That's all of them, though. That's inevitable. You just got to enjoy them. We got spoiled with, three of my favorite shows have dynamite endings. Mad Men, Breaking Bad, and Better Call Saul. I mean, those Matt Weiner and Vince Gilligan know how to wrap up a fucking show, boy. They are really good at that. Doomclone says, what kind of background? No, I can't spoil it. I already can't keep my fucking mouth shut. I got a text today about a radio thing that's got me super fucking excited. I'm glad we start these shows earlier now so I can get off the air and it's not too late to text that person back. But shh. Shh. And now I got another one. All right. Somebody texts in and says, "How about a big black cock in the background?" I don't see how that helps the program. Someone's going to have to explain how that helps. Kloppo Graham says, Prison Break. You know, my first girlfriend in high school liked the show Prison Break. We would watch American Idol with her parents. We would watch Prison Break. I just couldn't get into it, man. I couldn't get into Prison Break. Numero uno, Josh Denny fan says, perfect end to this evening show. Couple of shots and going all in on criminal karaoke. All right, I'm going to give you a choice, numero uno. We can do criminal karaoke at the end of tonight, or we can do it at the end of Rumble or during Rumble Friday, whenever you say. My only thing about doing criminal, I want to do it well. I want to show the world how talented of a rapper I am. And in order to do criminal justice, you got to be able to say certain words that they'll boot you from YouTube for saying. So I kind of want to do a Rumble only for the criminal karaoke. But again, you paid for it. You get to decide. You let me know. I just don't want to censor myself when I'm doing the song. You know me. I'm a purist. Rest in peace, Michelle Trachtenberg. Go watch, if you're going to watch anything Michelle Trachtenberg today to honor her, go with Eurotrip. That's the best way to do it. Whatever results in the best version, honestly, is best. All right, then numero uno, I'm going to do it Rumble Friday, but I need to make sure you're there when I do it. All right? Numero uno says, I wasn't going to spoil it, but agreeing to criminal means you're up against a classic Jules performance. Did Jules David do criminal? I still haven't mailed her. I have her Stoney's tank top sitting upstairs fucking on my counter. God damn, I have failed Jules David badly. She's only been nothing but nice to this program. I fucked her over. Damn it. Cheetos gave it to her, too. Gave it to Jules David. And I fucked up as the middleman. Okay, numero uno. Then if Jules David has done it as well, then here's what I would like. I would like to do it on Friday for Rumble Friday, and then I would like it sent to Mike David for him to be the judge as to who did it better, Jules or me. Fair enough? Numero uno says, LOL, are you serious? It's almost a year anniversary of when they were top tonator. I know! I'm fucking terrible. Doom Clone says, you said all the merch was sent out earlier, right? I remember that. I did. I've sent out all the VIP shit. I forgot about Jules's tank top because all the VIP shit I've sent out is online. It's on Spring. I just order it, boom, punch in the address, send it out. Jules, I physically have her tank top in my house. Son of an asshole. You know, if it was Mike's, I wouldn't give a shit. But Jules is an innocent. No, she's not. She's a stupid bitch. Shut up. So what if they ruined you and exposed you? Be a fucking man for once in your life. Stop dressing your dog up like a fag. All right, let's go into I figured some people would like that. All right, let's go into the Elon Musk thing. I wanted Numero to be here, actually, for this one. He could help me out with this. He's kind of my... Numero uno's kind of my Elon Musk whisperer. He lets me know when I'm swallowing bullshit on Elon Musk, or when I'm kind of, I've got it in the proper perspective, if you will. Dive Bar with $1 says, we still never got to see the water pick thing from last week, and the big black cock would symbolize your protest for DEI hires. Oh, thanks. Appreciate it. Thanks. Aaron's wiped his willy on Jules' top after banging SP. Kloppo, that is a disgusting rumor. That never happened. I would never wipe my genitals or any part of my body, for that matter, on Jules David's tank top. Kloppo, this is how rumors get started. You understand that, right? So, I almost said Red Bar. Elon Musk Would you guys rather have Red Bar or Elon Musk running Doge? I got to be honest. I think a Jew in charge of penny pinching would be much better than some weirdo South African. How long's it's been? How long's it's been? Good English, asshole. How long has it been since Mike did a show? Mike hasn't done a show in the new year yet? Is he okay? He did one December 1st, December 31st. He's not sick again, is he? I don't want anything bad to happen to Mike David. Mike David's an innovator in this business. No doubt about it. Mike David innovated a lot. A lot of this podcast shit you're watching now where these guys do nothing but drama and they're watching clips, they're all doing a dog shit Mike David impression. That's all it is. It's all just you know how I'm doing a dog shit Anthony Cumia impression? They're doing a dog shit Red Bar impression. My Lost Interest says, are you saying the tank top has been on your counter for over a year? Oh, no. I completely forgot about the tank top for a long period of time. I didn't get the tank top, I would say, till November or December. It's been sitting there a long time. I was mailing out twister boxes from my home. I could have just grabbed the tank top, filled out a thing, and you know what? Here's what we're going to do. We're going to package that tank top tonight. The packaging I have for it is way too fucking big, but it doesn't matter. Give me a second. Numero uno, put the P.O. box, put the Red Bar, either put the link to it or just put the address in the chat. I'm going to put on we're going to take care of this. I'm fucking embarrassed by how long this has taken me. Maestro, the music, please.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry. Cause they love him in London and Paris and Tokyo, America, Scotland and Canada and Mexico. They say, I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry.
Side to side and say,
oh, I believe in Joe Hendry.
So I have an idea. I think we should all get together. Oh no, did Chula really die? Oh, this makes one of these gifts really nice then. We're going to put a bunch of shit in this package since it's way too big for a small tank top. We're going to fill this up and we're going to address it to Jules. And we're going to make a nice little care package. How's that sound? We're going to put a bunch here. I already got a few things. I got a few things that we're going to send the David family. Do you think these coasters will make it? They're ceramic. Do you think if I package these, this is bubble wrap. I mean, this is a bubble package. Do you think if I put some coasters in there for the Davids, that they would make it? Let's put that in there. Look at this. If Chula really did die, that's very, very sad. Their dog Chula. I should put this little dog in there. I won this from a claw machine at my buddy's cabin. This is we called this Camo Dog. I was at a bar. I was just 3 sheets. We were out on the lake all day. We came into the bar at night, and I won this in a claw machine. Wrap the coasters in a tank. That is a great idea. Puerto Rican prostate puncher says, sorry she died. Here, have some stickers. Laughing. Gray Duckling says, man-child handwriting incoming. All right. Let's, here. We've got the tank top for Jules. It's, it's a pink Stoney's tank top. Look at that. Here we go. Look at that. There's Jules David's Stoney's tank top. We're going to wrap the steel toe coaster. Well, the steel toe coaster has our Twitch address on it, but so these are a little aged, but that's okay. We'll put one in there for the Davids. And then a little doggy for Chula. R.I.P. Chula. And you can have a camo dog. There we go. And boom. Yeah, it's a collector's item. We'll wrap that up nice. Throw that in there. There we go. Throw that in. We are making a Jules David care package on the program. This will make up for it being a year overdue. There we go. Look at all this room we still have in this fucking thing. I mean, come on. We'll throw the stickers in there. There we go. Some steel toe stickers. What else are we going to give the Davids? I'm not going to give them my Nazi coin. No way in hell. They don't get my Nazi coin. Oh. A fan made that for me. I can't give that away. Should we send them the Jew book? Oh my God, should we send them the secret history of Jews in America? That would be fun. Do you think they'd like that? Numero, do you think that the Davids would see the humor in the secret history of the Jews in America book? No, Kloppo, I can't give them Mike Lindell. That would be sacrilege. There's no way. All right, hold on a second. I'm going to give them the secret history. Now wait a minute. Unless a real fan gave me this, I think this was a troll. I thought they sent it to Stoney's to be like, look at the guy that you're advertising with. Was this real? Sam Show, did you really send? If you really sent this to me, I'm keeping it. I thought this was sent like as a troll thing. If you really did send this, I'm not getting rid of it. I thought this was some kind of a troll shit, and I would send it to the Davids. I feel bad now. If it was Sam's show, then I'm sorry. I'm sorry, buddy. I didn't know. Numero uno with $1 says, I can't take responsibility for any of this beyond making sure the requested tank gets mailed. Helgi with $1 says, pull Gordy out of the crawl space and put him in the box too. Win-win. You get rid of that Chihuahua and they get a replacement dog. Gordy is not negotiable. Sam Show says, I will not confirm or deny, but I'll be pissed either way. Well, then I'm keeping it. Vadam with $5 says, send them the snail cup. I put the snail cup in the garbage. I didn't want the snail cup. The sticking your dick in toys thing is, I don't know. Call me old fashioned, but you crank off with a dry hand or you stick it in a mouth or a vagina. I'm a Christian conservative, I suppose. Do you have any April memorabilia? You want me to send the April steel toe pictures that I have in the storage room? Like the one with me, her, and Matt Wood posing for a picture? That'd be kind of funny. There's not really anything I'm willing to part with. I can't send the Davids the toe slippers. That's not cool. That's not okay. That was a gift from Matt. Can't be done. I'm sorry. So is that it? Maybe that's all we have. Maybe that's it. Shoot. Son of a bitch. I'm looking around the studio. I'm looking around the room here. No real steel toe stuff that I can send them. Numero uno Josh Denny fan with $1 says, all I can say is last we saw Red Bar, he was on your side, so just think carefully here. Well, then why don't I just send him the Chula dog? Why don't I send him the coaster and Jules thing? Should we write him a nice note too? Should we type him a note or should I handwrite them a note? Which one? Do you think that if we send Jules David a care package, do we include a handwritten note or a typed out note? Clopogram says type it out. All right, well, here's what we'll do. We'll go file new, and we'll write Dear Davids, especially Jules. There we go. Oh, shit. I really suck at which is really kind of everything. Here we go. Let's go to the Davids. Thank you so much for your generosity nearly a year ago. I am so sorry that I forgot about Jules' tank top. I heard about your recent death in the family. All of us here at Steel Toe, were very sad to hear of Chula's passing. We hope this gift package will help. Feel free to name the dog and use the coaster and stickers. P.S. Patrick Melton is a fat, hacky M.A. There you go. What about their generosity in constructing an effigy of your greatest enemy and then beheading him? They didn't make an effigy of Natalie Ringsmith. Feel free to name the dog and use the coaster and stickers. We wish nothing but good things for the David family in 2025 and beyond. Is it? There we go. Now, let's load some paper in. I took all the paper out. I'm an asshole. Come on, goddammit. Oh. That's how that works. There we go. And let's print this off. Print. Printer offline. What the fuck? Oh, I picked the wrong one. Whoopsie daisy. Where's my cock-sucking printer? Oh. Wake up, you cunt. Is this the wrong one? Why isn't my printer awake? There we go. All right. Any second now. Here we go. Come on. Fire up, you stupid bitch. And then I can send off the Jules tank top. Boy, for what was supposed to be a really quick bit, I sure did fuck that up. All right, let's write the address on this. Oh my God, this is a goddamn You know what? Let's do this after the show. I'm embarrassing the hell out of myself. You people paid for this. All right, off we go. Your printer lost interest. Yeah, I think my printer stopped giving a fuck about this bit too. All right. Thank you very much. I do have numero uno, Josh Denny fan. I do have the address now. We're good to go. Helgi says, you should have wrote this. Hey, Mike and Jules, I hope all is well. Wishing nothing but the best for you. Sorry to hear about Chula. Here's some gifts. Much love. I know. I'm a wordy cunt. I'm sorry. All right. Let's continue on. That took way too long. Yes, numero uno, your stuff from the other week has been sent out. Elon Musk has lost $52 billion in net worth this year. Oh, shit. I missed some super chats, and I apologize for that. Gray Duckling with $5 says, the time Aaron grabs random shit and mails it to people, already going senile. I am. This really is not a good look for me. This has really been a bad segment. $1 from Puerto Rican prostate puncher says, Dear Red Bar, sorry she died. Here, have some stickers and a book explaining how horrible your people are. Big kisses. CJ with $2 says, have SP write a note that you sign. Numero uno, Josh Denny fan with $1 says, what? Oh, I read that one. All right. Thank you very much, buddy. Yeah, I really fucked that up. That, if I do say so myself, that fucking sucked. Let's see. What are our standings at now heading into overtime here? Steven at 290. Gray Duckling at 265. And Ace is at 196. 196 for Ace. And then in fourth place is Fuck You Dude at 160. Perfect. Perfecto. All right. Let's go to the Elon Musk thing here. I have to challenge numero uno on this one because he is not a fan of Elon Musk. But this is a guy who's lost $50 billion in net worth taking this government job. You got to think his association with Trump is definitely causing people to not buy Teslas. It's causing people to divest from the Tesla company. It has been divisive. I mean, you could argue that Elon Musk is sacrificing quite a bit, literally billions of dollars. I mean, giant fortunes just to come in and help Donald Trump clean up our spending and clean up the government, try to make it more efficient. I'm glad you're here because you're going to be the one who's going to, a lot of people who watch this show are going to agree with me. And you're going to be the one that comes in here and goes, Aaron, you're falling for it. It's all horseshit. It's smoke and mirrors. I want to know why. Because all signs point to Elon Musk taking a hit, making a sacrifice to clean house here in the United States. Now, am I a little uneasy for a guy from South Africa coming here and just being able to run roughshod into our federal government? A guy who basically made his fortune on government contracts? Yeah, it's a little weird. I'm not walking into this thing blind. But he's doing a lot of things or talking about doing a lot of things that I'd really like to see us do. So I'm going to go ahead and say I'm all in with this Elon Musk thing, and I do think that it matters that he's lost $50-some billion in trying to help out. I think that does matter. Dive Bar says Steven or Steven, just trying to figure out what we're dealing with here. You know what? I think I spelled it wrong. I think it is Stephen. I might have fucked that up. Leah says Teslas suck. Cybertruck is a joke. I do think those Cybertrucks are fucking hideous, by the way. I see those on the road, and I'm just like, oh my, it's the ugliest fucking vehicle. It might actually beat those old Toyota Scions for the ugliest vehicle ever in existence. My Lost Interest says narcissists will always sacrifice money in an effort to feed their egos. Oh, well, it's good to know I'm not a narcissist because I fucking put money above all things on this program. Okay, that's a good point, My Lost Interest. That's fair. That's a fair counter. I do want to understand, I don't think we have enough of a reasonable counterpoint to Elon Musk. We either have Elon Musk and everything he wants to do and all the Elon fanboys going crazy over it, or we have psychotic liberals who almost feel like they're working for Elon Musk as like controlled opposition because they're so fucking insane that they make Elon look rational. So I do want like reasonable division from Elon. Numero uno with $1 says Elon bought the ability to control the world's most powerful country and is already leveraging it for influence in other countries' affairs. He also controls government spending, which he receives. That is a great point. Now, it's a misnomer. It's a little misleading to say he controls government spending. He doesn't. He makes suggestions to Donald Trump. Trump has to say yes. Now, the counterpoint from Gray Duckling is equally as interesting because he says, but he's white. That is, I mean, you do have to admit, that's a fair point. He is white. And Sam Show says, Trump was always throwing a grenade into the machine. We're throwing another grenade in the machine. No one really cares about that. I like what he's doing so far. I'm not going to get ahead of myself, and I'm not going to say Elon's going to fuck this up or Elon's going to fuck that up or Elon's going to, this is going to be a disaster, that's going to be a disaster, because I think it's fair that we judge him on what he's actually done, not what he's going to do or what he's about to do or what we think he's going to do. So for me, here's how I'd classify Elon. So far, so good. And we do need people with balls who are willing to do shit that we thought before was never going to happen. So I'm so far, I'm Team Elon. If that makes me a simp, then I guess I'm a simp. Do you guys want to see what's going on with the state of Minnesota? We've been having this debate the last couple days, and it's kind of been putting us in an embarrassing light. A debate we're having in our legislature right now has kind of been going viral. It's we have a prison in Minnesota where there's been problems with inmates identifying as women, going into women's prisons and like knocking them up, committing some crimes, if you will. It's not a good look. And so now in the legislature, the Republicans have a little bit of power for once, and they're trying to push back against this, and they're trying to say, well, no, we can't allow this. You know, whatever gender you were born, that's the prison you go into. And they're running into a problem with the fact that it's a shared government, almost 50-50 with the Democrats, with our governor being the tiebreaker. And it is leading to some really stupid, embarrassing debates in our legislature that then they're getting clipped, they're getting thrown up on Twitter, and it's not making us look good. We're going to play that in just a second. But first, $5, people still going off on the Elon thing. Grand Poobah with a $5 says, I don't care if it's Elon Musk or Porky Pig. As long as someone is in D.C. swinging that machete like they're in a B slasher movie, they'll get my approval. Okay. Let's go to this clip. This is Representative Kyla Berg. Representative Kyla Berg is a Democrat. She thinks that research showing men invading women's prisons is just right-wing propaganda. Oh, boy. Yeah, so they've been throwing a lot of these articles out there. You know, New Jersey trans prisoner who impregnated 2 inmates transferred to men's facilities. We've had some issues here in Minnesota. That's why we're having this debate. Representative Kyla Berg decided that she was going to weigh in on this. She's a Minnesota Democrat's Democrat, if you will, and making us proud. Take a look.
Does any of the research that you did for this bill, which I'm fascinated that you're the author, I wasn't aware you had a deep and abiding love for inmates.
See, that right there, in my opinion, that right there, it stops being a debate. Now it's just cuntiness from all sides. Like, everybody's getting their shit in there. Now we're doing passive-aggressive mudslinging. I didn't know you cared about inmates so much.
Wasn't aware you had a deep and abiding love for inmates.
Not as deep and abiding as the trans inmates do.
For inmates. In any of the research that you did for this bill, did you use anything other than right-wing propaganda for your research?
How is it right-wing propaganda? If it actually happened, it's not propaganda. I mean, yes, you can lean on it and you can kind of beat it to death and you become the right-wing propaganda. But if you're just reporting it and you're saying, this is what happened, this is what happened in this prison, this is how we can avoid it in the future, that's not right-wing propaganda. Just because reality happens and it goes against the way you believe, that doesn't mean the reality is right-wing or left-wing. That means you maybe need to change with the evidence. You know, follow the science.
Mr. Chair.
Go ahead, represent our chair.
By the way, that guy's response, that is the perfect impression of Minnesota government right now. Minnesota government is that woman talking and that guy reacting. We are that far apart on the issues here in Minnesota because we have 2 parts of the state. We have the metropolitan area, Minneapolis and St. Paul, then a little bit of Rochester, a little bit of Duluth, basically where campuses are. Then you have what our governor calls rocks and cows, and they're all fighting for the soul of Minnesota. And one of them's like, didn't know you cared about inmates so much. Anything you have that isn't right-wing propaganda? And then the Republican chairman will go, all right, whatever, continue. That's Minnesota right now.
Mr. Chair.
Go ahead,
First off, I don't think
There's Mary Franzen, by the way. She's getting a little older, but you can see when she was in her prime, she was, Tony Cornish used to hit on her all the time. Tony Cornish was a pimp. He had like taxidermied animal heads in his office, a big stand-up poster of John Wayne. Tony Cornish was the shit. But I know, like, every year when I was in Litchfield, I would do my show from the local representative's office in St. Paul and then sit on the floor for the State of the State address. And Representative Dean Erdahl would bring in a bunch of muckety-mucks from the state of Minnesota, including Governor Dayton at the time. And Tony Cornish was one of the ranking Republicans. He would come in. Mary Franzen would come in. And Tony would always loved talking to Mary Franzen. There was something going there. I'm not saying there's something was going on there, but Tony was interested. Tony had game. Tony could spit game a little bit.
Condescending snark is warranted. Secondly, I don't really find that is a real question.
Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair.
Mr. Representative.
This guy really doesn't want to get in the middle of this cat fight. He's like, ugh. Every time he comes on the, can we get both of his entrances to the microphone? I think they're both size.
Anything other than right-wing propaganda for your research? Mr. Chair.
Go ahead.
So there's that. And then the next time.
Mr. Chair.
And then a big loud grunt like, ugh. This guy fucking hates his job right now.
Chair.
Mr. Representative Bergeza.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So the answer to the question is no, you did not do any research outside of right-wing propaganda.
Representative Corinne.
That was a question, Mr. Chair, to the bill author.
Oh, you weren't just being a snarky cunt. Oh, okay. You were actually asking a question. Did you do anything that wasn't right-wing propaganda? I just go, no, I didn't. Next question.
Chair Franzen, would you like to answer the provocative question?
Sometimes questions do not need to be answered, Mr. Chair.
Representative.
Ooh, see, things are getting bitchy here in Minnesota. Not so Minnesota nice anymore. Kind of Minnesota snarky. A little bit. A little bit of that Minnesota snark, as it were. $1 from numero uno Josh Denny fan says, oh, good, a trans segment. I'll try harder. I wonder if we have some good Tony Cornish stuff. Introduces omnibus public safety bill. Who fucking cares? There's got to be some real. He was a bit of a firebrand. Says his bill about predatory offenders deals with a serious issue. Tony Cornish reflects as omnibus. You see, a lot of this stuff is very, very dry. Ooh, I forgot. Tony Cornish had a problem with a little bit of the sexual harassment. I forgot about this.
Minnesota's House Speaker Kurt Doudt has suspended the committee chairmanship of State Representative Tony Cornish. He's also asked for an investigation after 2 women accused a lawmaker of sexual harassment.
Yeah, okay. This is a logical end to a story. Old Tony liked the ladies. Old Tony liked to talk to the ladies. He liked to put his arm around the ladies. He was an older gentleman. He came from a different time, a time where the way he behaved was considered suave. But maybe in the 21st century, it was considered creepy. I forgot that this was how Tony Cornish's career at the Capitol ended.
Former House Speaker Kurt Zeller says he met with Cornish after rumors of sexual harassment began.
Allegedly against a game hen. You see, because of Cornish, because he harassed. I'm not saying he was trying to fuck a bird. It's a play on words with a because sometimes at a meal you might have, like, people might serve Cornish game. His last name is Cornish, you see, and a hen is a female, and harassment, Cornish. You get the idea.
Zeller says he told Cornish this type of behavior would not be tolerated. In his statement, Zeller says no further incidents regarding Cornish were ever reported during his time in office. He went on to...
Wait a minute. Didn't he hit on the lesbian chick, the really cute lesbian Democrat, and she complained? Erin something, not Imholt. Erin Mary Quaid or something like that. I think he hit on her. And that is just like Tony Cornish. He's like, I can turn him. Like,
comment to commend the women who spoke out and says he believes their stories. Zellers thinks Cornish should resign from office. Yesterday.
Oh, by the way, Kurt Zellers was a Republican, so his own party was tossing him down the river.
State Representatives Erin May Quaid of Apple Valley.
Erin May Quaid, that's her. She's a lesbian. Tony Cornish was, I guess, hitting on her. They tell me that you like putting your mouth on carpets or something. They were saying something about carpets. I was wondering if you like to come over see my carpet sometime.
Jamie Beck.
It's silver, but it's manageable.
Fan of Roseville, and candidate Lindsay Port released a letter. They addressed
for politician broads, he had good taste. I mean, it kind of misfired on the whole lesbian angle, but that never bothers guys like Tony.
To Governor Dayton, leaders in the state, House, and Senate.
We're very disappointed. Representative Cornish, he was misbehaving a lot. He's not very nice to the women. Women in the legislature should be respected, and this isn't a way to treat people.
Party leaders. It says there currently isn't enough being done to address sexual harassment and the culture of the state's law.
Or as Tony Cornish calls it, having game, queers.
Making body. Cornish, along with DFL Senator Dan Schoen, who's also accused of harassment.
Oh, Dan Schoen was a fat creep, though. Like, when Republicans do it, they're cool John Wayne guys with mustaches like this. Dan Schoen is a fat weirdo. It's not cool when he does it.
Have denied the allegations.
Not a lot of guys wear their kinks on their lapel. The handcuffs right there for old Tone Dog.
The allegations.
They called him the Corn Dog. You see, because his name is... his last name is Cornish, and if you shorten it, he's a crunchy guy and goes great with ketchup. And when his dog, a dog, is corn, because he's actually, I didn't mean to bring up a bigger scandal in the internet world, but Tony Cornish's actual name was Corn Diff, and some asshole stole that name, and he never properly credited Tony Cornish. Asshole.
We're also now hearing from the MinnPost reporter who broke the harassment story.
AKA the Rat.
Journalist Brianna Bierbosch says it's a difficult path for people who want to raise the red flag on lawmakers' behavior.
These are serious stories that you're hearing from around the country, and it didn't seem...
Should have called him Tony Hornish. Because what I did was I took the C and I replaced it with an H and a horny corn. Because he liked to talk to girls. Notice that Mary Franzen never complained about old Tony Cornish. She never complained about the corn dog. It's because she liked the taste of his batter. That sounds like she drank his cum. That's not okay. I went too far. This segment has really gone off the rails.
At all out of the realm of possibility that they were happening in our state capitol. As people become more comfortable and see this process play out, more stories will come out.
The allegations.
See, that's Dan Schoen. Look at that fucking creep, right? Democratic creep guys are way worse than Republican creep guys. He's not as put together as old corn dog is.
From lewd comments and grabbing to suggestive text messages, Birschbach says she didn't expect the swift fallout from her story, like calls for resignations and more women coming forward.
It was, do you want to see the prime, what's her nuts? Prime Mary Franzen, when she first came into the House of Representatives, she was She was all right. It's never good when you have to try and find a good one, though. See, she was like Midwestern mom hot. I liked a good prime Mary Franzen. That was her a few years later, but still good. Still good. Oh boy. You know what? I may have oversold this. I may have oversold. Yeah, there's a real soccer mom vibe going on there. She aged well, though. Kind of a Mariska Hargitay thing. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? If I'm wrong, tell me. CJ with $2 says, you believe, Bondi, that Epstein drop is tomorrow? No. Epstein drop, I will believe when I see it. I do not believe anything. My lost interest didn't like my Tony Cornish jokes. The fuck, dude? Dive Bar says, cute lesbian Democrat chick. Yes, was she standing next to Sasquatch in an alien spaceship? I don't know. I thought she was a cute lesbian chick. Hold on a minute. Wait, Erin May Quaid. She's got to me, she's got a little bit of a Juliana Pena thing going on. I fucking suck today. I really do. She's pregnant in that one. That one doesn't count except their tits. Her tits count in that one. She's like a nice enough gal. Oh, fuck. I was wrong. All right. It's okay for a really liberal lesbian. How about that? She cleaned up nice in this one. Guys, quit shitting on Corn Dog's taste, okay? He was a good guy. I liked him. McBuster says, looks like Kid Rock got Lauren Boebert pregnant. Hold the goddamn phone for 3 seconds. Kid Rock, Lauren Boebert. Give me a minute. Let me clear my throat. Lauren Boebert is so busy partying with Kid Rock, she couldn't possibly be worried. Who gives a fuck? Did he knock her up? Kid Rock splits from fiance after partying with Lauren Boebert? Get the shit out of here. Is Kid Rock getting his dick grabbed at Beetlejuice? Is Kid Rock with Lauren Boebert spotted getting into cab with Kid Rock at 2:30 in the morning? Oh, shit. Someone's getting wanked off when the sandworms come out. They interviewed her about it? Oh, wait a minute. We got a little TMZ ambush here. Hold on, guys. Breaking news.
Congresswoman, people are excited about the possibility of a high-profile couple, you and Kid Rock.
You're always asking about my dating life. Is it that fun and interesting?
I'm sorry. We saw you half jack a guy off over his pants in a theater. We get to ask questions. He was tuning in Tokyo on your fucking nerps, and you were grabbing his schwantz. We get to ask.
Is any Congresswoman, with their, people are saying it's a high power, connection with you and Kid Rock right now.
Oh, we had a great time at the Turning Point Gala. I had a lot of good friends there.
Okay, but
how many did you suck their dicks? That's what his follow-up question should be. This guy's not a real journalist. Will Heron needs to get in there and teach him how to do it.
Going any further, relationship-wise?
Well, here's the deal. Now, y'all, with all your stories, Mom won't stop asking for concert tickets. So that's the problem I'm facing.
Now, wait a minute. Now, this is what I don't get about all these things. This is why I always assume the rumors are true. You just had to say no. There's no relationship. No, I'm not dating Kid Rock. Boom, done, over with. You didn't do that.
Are you able to reach out to him still and get some concert tickets? Or could it be more? Both of you guys are single right now, right?
You have a great night.
She's fucking Kid Rock. She wants to be a cowgirl, baby. Perhaps in reverse. Got her pregnant, though. I don't know about that. No, Helgi, it was Brianna Beerbosch, not Brianna Beer Bitch. You heard it wrong. Taste Fairy Iolto letting me know that it was a case of mistaken identity. It wasn't Tony Cornish at all. It was Tony Kornheiser. Oh, no. Well, pardon the interruption. Tony Kornheiser does a show with Michael Wilbon. It's a sports show. It's been on for like 25 years. It's called, pardon the interruption, PTI for short. It's like the Corn. Because his name's Corn. Never mind. Yankee says she's giddy as a schoolgirl. Oh, yeah. She's. Yeah. Her and Kid Rock are a thing. Helgi says she ball with those balls to dang to bang diggy diggy. You know, the two of them got together, and I got to be honest, only God knows why. She probably likes him. She's like, he's an early morning stoned pimp. That's. You know how long I think they're going to be together? Honestly, probably all summer long. They're probably, right now, I bet you they're living in a redneck paradise. Guys, but honestly, we shouldn't really worry about their relationship. I mean, we're living in America, and, these two are born free, and they're allowed to do what they want. I'll tell you this, though. It seemed like at that Turning Point USA event, the two of them, I mean, they did collide. I think when people ask about their relationship, they don't want to answer yes or no. They just want to say, don't tell me how to live. But I wonder if at that Turning Point USA event, they had their first kiss. I'm sorry, these jokes are bad. I'm being cocky. I apologize. I'm like a devil without a cause over here. A lot of people in Washington say that if they are together, it would be so hot. I know a lot of you are hearing these jokes. You're like, Aaron, never quit. I won't. I'm a lowlife. Or maybe I'm the bull god. I think what I'm really doing is wasting time. This could be self-destruction. Kid Rock puns, though. To be honest, I got one for you. I'm just kidding, guys. Welcome to the party. Every time I did one of those, for some reason, I thought of My Lost Interest, and sure enough, there he is. He says, enough. Primetime 99 says, I could picture it. Hey! A lot of people are going to want to put this segment away. Oh, God. Sam Show says, I'm proud to say I don't know any of these references. I only had to look up half of them. Sadly, a lot of you probably have no problem believing that. Oh, man. Will Heron sent me a DM. He says, why am I getting messages that you are trashing me? Oh, it's all in good fun, buddy. I'm just responding to Will real quick. And I think there we go. Will's like, I'm getting people saying you're trashing me, LOL. I basically wrote back, I mean, I kind of am. I mean, I'm trashing you a little bit. Not a lot, just a little. Sam Show says, I'll never comprehend why Kid Rock. I like Kid Rock. I've liked Kid Rock since I was in middle school. But I'm from the Midwest and I'm kind of white trash. I get it. But I've been a Kid Rock guy since Devil Without a Cause. Dive Bar with $5 says, put this on the morning goal since I'm a morning guy. I just made a wrong turn and ended up here tonight. All right, so everything Dive Bar threw in today is going towards the morning goal. What are we at? We're at, that's another 5, 15, 20, 25, 30, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100, $125 ahead. And Dive Bar has, Fuck You Dude has thrown in 115 of that. So I guess we'll start 115 ahead of the goal, and we're $10 into Monday. I mean, if those are Fuck You Dude's wishes, I kind of got to live by them, right? Doesn't seem fair, though. You guys went over by so much. 100 for, is that, okay, 100 for fuck you, dude. And 25 for Monday evening's show. All right. Fair enough. Look, not everybody has to be a big Kid Rock guy. Let's go to CJ. He says, search for Waters and Bondi video, 1 minute long. All right. You probably want me to use this for tomorrow, too. Waters, Bondi. Sounds like a very classy movie. Here we go. Oh, this was an hour ago.
A lot of people are wondering, because you said last week that you have the Epstein files on your desk. When can we see them, and what's taking so long to release them?
I do. Jesse, there are well over, this will make you sick, 200 victims. 200. So we have, well over 250 actually. So we have to make sure that their identity is protected.
Not only that, you guys all have to make sure that you're, in interior parts of the White House and have your food taste tested so it's not poisoned. Who knows where the Clintons and their people are.
And their personal information. But other than that, I think tomorrow, the personal information of victims. Other than that, I think tomorrow, Jesse, breaking news right now, you're going to see some Epstein information being released.
All right, yeah, but surely the only thing we're interested in is the client list. We want to know who the people are. We want to see Bill Gates' name on there, Bill Clinton. We want to see all these people. Fuck it, if Trump's on there, then Trump's on there. I want to know who did business with this Mossad agent motherfucker.
By my office.
What kind? Are we going to see who was on the flights? Are we going to see any evidence from what he recorded? Because he had all of his homes wired with recording devices.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. What you're going to see, hopefully tomorrow, is a lot of flight logs, a lot of names, a lot of information. But it's pretty sick what that man did.
Okay.
Oh, shit. Now, again, you guys are getting me all, primed and ready for a big disclosure, but I'm going to say it again. I will believe it when I see it. I've seen way too many false starts on this Epstein thing. Guys, thank you for an incredible week of evening shows. Thank you, Fuck You Dude, for putting the morning show about $200 away from a perfect week tomorrow morning. Thank you so much. Fuck You is at 165. Stevens at 2. Okay, so here's the order. Stevens at 290. Gray Duckling is at 265. Ace is at 196. And Fuck You Dude is at 165. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Ace is at 196. I did get that right. All right. Guys, take it easy. Have a great rest of your night. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. You guys have been awesome this week. See you tomorrow morning if you decide to join us.